live, guys! Welcome to Vince the Gift, episode 9. Super stoked to be here. Amber is running late. He will join us later, hopefully. Adam is on hiatus until his move is finished, so we are running currently 4, which is how we left off last time. So, at the very least, there is consistency in the inconsistency.
Narrative consistency.
That kind of stuff. So, let's go ahead and go around the table. Everyone introduce yourselves and your characters, and we will start with our Dungeon Master, Mr. Robert.
That's me. Hi, guys, gals, and non-binary pals. I'm Robert, the GM at RobBRollin on Twitter. I'm playing all the people that aren't these 4 in this game, and I'm super excited to do another fun session.
Okay. Ash.
Hi, I'm Luminous D, Paladin Extraordinaire, and White Knight of probably no one, because I do too many euphemisms.
Pervert with a heart of gold.
I'm gonna hold back what the White Knight is then.
I'm the Grey Knight.
Okay. Dope. All right. Next we have Obadiah.
Hello, I am Obadiah, and I am playing Hong Huzi, a workshop warden half-drow that is the best to have at parties and the best entertainment on the most decadent budgets.
Okay.
I like it.
Yeah, you do.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Obadiah, for coming back. And Mr. Omega.
Yes. I'm Omega. I'm playing Aira, our precious bird person. Replacing Chatter as the most precious part of the party.
Ooh, strong words.
Also now lonely.
Thank you for coming, and I might contest the most precious character of the party.
Contending for the precious member of the party.
I would like to point out I was always precious. Thank you very much. A little airheaded. Hi guys, I am Val, and I am playing Anja. She is a half-elf, blade singer, wizard, half-drow, who is kind of an airhead and is the reason why we're actually in a full initiative, because she forgot, not the player, that booming blade makes noise. The player might have remembered and thought it would have been funny.
You know what? It definitely was for me. Although I'm gonna if the slot for most precious member of the party is now open, I'm gonna just put Pam out there, just real quick, just as a dark horse, you know.
Pam is our mom.
Legit
A very different kind of precious.
The group mom. I don't know what we would do without Pam. The best NPC. Hashtag Pam is most precious.
Let's get that trend going.
So if she's the precious one, what does that make me? I'm an employer.
That's exactly what it makes you, her employer.
Yep. As a reminder, you guys, this is a viewer-effective game. Thank you, Indy, for the host. You can affect your game with this game with your bits, subs, and donations. For every 100 bits that you give, you can give a luck point to a player, so essentially they get a reroll on their dice. For every sub that you can give a nat 1 or a nat 20 to the player or the dungeon master. That's incredibly useful. I used mine at the end of last session to nat 20 my thing that I'm supposed to already be good at. So there's that. If you donate $5 to the channel, you just straight up donate $5 to the channel through Streamlabs, you can name an NPC and give it a funny quirk. That's right? Like, that's all we got. Like, I could check Nightbot. Nightbot will go it around. But yeah, it's some fun times. Yeah. And with that, my friend Robert, go ahead and take us away.
Yeah. So yeah, speaking of some natural 20s and some things. So the party, after reconvening after some rather stressful events, met a new member and said goodbye to another as Chatter had to go back into the forest for some sort of task, and Hung Uzi, members of the Fangs of Captolo, uh, warden extraordinaire, entertainer extraordinaire, joined the party, and they decided to do the task that the Fangs had asked them to do as a show of good faith, which was to attack a warehouse with an A, unfortunately, Val, uh, run by the Southern Edge, which is a fanatical drow organization, uh, heck bent on getting the new old order of, drow on the top, sacrificing people to Lolth. Um, we had a run in with them early on in the campaign, and a bit of stealth was successfully done as the party kind of made a distraction, burning one of the canopies that was made to block the sunlight, as all the drow and people here, almost everyone that lives in this part of the city, is not used to sunlight. And then proceeded to ruin that surprise by making a large sound of an explosion. And as they came around to outflank their enemies and go to the other side where the explosion didn't come from, they see there's now 3 drow guards similar to the ones that they have fought before, and appears to be a higher ranking member of the Seldarine's Edge, which appears to be uh, possibly a member of the Bogmar family. It was Anja's keen eye, which was able to see through the disguise self spell, and see the half elf beneath. But right now we're in combat, and at the top of the initiative order is that half elf. I believe Anja, you did yell out at the end of the session something to
Yeah,
her.
I didn't necessarily yell out, but I do have I have Hong Huzi and probably Ash with me right now. So I'm
Yeah,
just
so
gonna
basically, you guys are all like around the corner and just see like these 4 drow
Yeah. I'm
set.
gonna turn kind of come back around the corner and I'm gonna look at my companions wide eyed and it's like, I think that's like my sister, or maybe she's me. I don't know. Maybe. Breathes, inhales.
Yeah.
I just look at her, just saying, "What the fuck?"
And I think as you're saying, like, I think she's my sister, she runs up and tries to stab.
Fuck.
How is everyone somehow your family member?
I don't know.
So that's gonna be a 9 to hit with the first attack and a 23 to hit with the second one.
On me.
So yes.
I would like to, as she misses with that second attack. So right now I have 18. As she goes in with the second attack, I'm gonna shield as a reaction.
Blink.
So that'll bump you up to 23, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Plus 5, yeah.
Then she will still hit barely because
Okay.
she meets it with a 23.
Okay.
So so 12 points of piercing damage as you see she pulls out like a very drow rapier, right? So it's kind of like long, and it kind of like it's thicker at the base and kind of comes out like a spider fang almost, and slashes at you. She's also going to expend a superiority die and try and disarm you. So that's a strength save and 2 more points of damage, please.
Okay, strength save.
Yeah, and then you also take 2 more points of
16.
slashing damage. All right, so you see, she slices at you and you dodge out of the way, and then she comes on the backswing faster than you expected and tries to like slash the rapier out of your hand. And while it does like get you near your hand, you're able to hold on to it.
Okay.
So that's gonna be
okay.
Yeah.
Do I still take
That's
the 2
gonna be
points of
her.
damage?
So 2 more. So it's gonna be 14 damage total.
Gotcha.
She rolled really well in her damage. All right, so that's gonna be her turn. The drow kind of like in the back here. Like so, there's now this like drow duelist right by you guys. There's two that are kind of right by the burning wreckage of the tarp, and then there's one kind of by the back corner. That one is going to run around the corner, and I think you can figure out what he's eventually going to be doing. Ara, what do you want to do?
So there are 3 regular guards, and one that's stabbing.
Yes.
Okay, how close are the
Andre,
regular guards together?
Get the runner.
They are 10 feet apart.
Okay. So I'm going to bursting arrow them all
All right.
once I actually open up my character sheet.
In this one, so sounds like a good plan. Excited to see what this one does. All right. Well, that'll definitely hit.
Okay, that is a hit. Good. Wait, did I?
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, there it is. I got it. So that is 10 damage to the one that's
10 points of damage
to the initial one, and then 2d6 for to every other one.
And I'm guessing it's a dex save to take half. Yeah.
Yes.
All right. So that's 2 9s for the guards. So they both fail their dex save. So go ahead and roll 2d6 fire damage for me.
Yeah. Well, it's force damage.
Force damage. Never mind.
Force.
Yeah.
Force.
So
force damage.
The one that was running away takes 15, and the other 2 take 5.
Understood. Yeah. Awesome. So that you see this arrow come out. What does the burst look like?
It looks like sort of a really, really intense gust of wind, like a sort of like a shockwave.
Okay.
And all of the dust sort of flies outward very rapidly, but it doesn't look like much to anyone not in the shockwave. So
yeah, perfect. So there, I just imagine kind of like a quick, like it's like almost a quiet shockwave that blasts the running drow, falls down to the ground, defeated, and then the other 2 kind of like stagger and clutch themselves. Not looking great. So that's your action. Anything else you want to do in your turn, or
that I think is what I'm gonna do. I don't think.
Perfect. All right.
Yeah, that's good.
Then Luminos, we're back to you.
Right. So I'm gonna try and proceed to get in the way of that half elf and Unja. So I'm going to strike at them and then proceed by the shield bash them away.
All right. So go ahead and make an attack roll. 17 will hit. 6 points of slash damage. Nice. As she tries to kind of like, glance your blade away, but you're able to counter and get into her. And then the shield bash, you can bash her like 5 feet away, right?
Yeah, bash her away, and I'll just step into that square.
Yeah, basically, I'll say yeah. So now, Anja, she's no longer next to you. Is kind of Lumos kind of pushes her out of the way and interposes himself.
Okay.
Like a good friend. Anything else for you this turn, or is that?
No, that's everything.
Perfect. Hong Huzi.
Okay, so we've still got the extra pair. They are standing. Yes. Let's see about making them fall down. So I'm going to rush past the apparently very formidable boss and lay into one of the 2, which doesn't really matter which. I think they're at the same health, from 10 feet away because I've got reach.
Nice. So that 23 definitely hits.
And whoop. Okay. 3.
Yeah. How do you take down one of these guards here?
Well, like there is, you see how Lucy like seemed to slow for a second as he's running past Anja's twin,
Mhm.
and like he looks over at the paladin. He's like, and like seems like just kind of shrug, and then to the benefit of an audience that probably isn't there, but just might be. Like he doesn't actually change his facing as he like takes this big leap into the air and like then just stabs backward like into a presumably slightly stunned and also a little bit offended drow who's like, is this really what's going? Uh,
Perfect. Yeah. And then, you know, in an alternate universe, there'd be like a clap track going on, but you see this very
But
like,
otherwise, you just see a paladin stare at you. What the fuck are you doing?
yeah. And that drow has been handily defeated. Is there anything else you are doing on your turn, or you just is that it for you for now?
a little bit of like movement back and forth, just to use up the rest of my movement points
Yeah.
because I have an aesthetic to keep. But
Yeah,
other than that, no.
Hanguzi is actually contractually obligated to use all of his movement.
Whatever and wherever possible. Like,
Yeah,
if I can
exactly.
move, I'm gonna keep doing it.
Exactly. So it's just part of him. So that other drow is gonna pull out their short sword and come at Hanguzi.
Okay.
Ooh, that's a non-natural 20 to hit you.
That very much hits.
I thought it might.
Dirty 20.
Yeah. And then it didn't roll damage, so let me just do this. All right, so 6 points of slashing damage, and can you make me a Constitution save?
Okay.
Nice. As you feel you sliced by this kind of almost like sax weapon that this drow is wielding, and you feel a bit of drow poison, but this is like standard stuff. This is kind of stuff that you don't necessarily use, maybe not your style, but many of your coworkers use a lot. So it's you know how to resist it pretty well. So it does not take effect. As that's the end of that drow's turn. Anja, what are you doing?
The shield sort of shimmers away at the beginning of my next turn, though my beautiful blade song is still on. And holding on to my womb, I was like, that wasn't very nice. And I'm going to cast a mirror image to make sure to kind of boost up that, to boost up my defense, because this lady hits hard.
Yeah. So I do love to mention it's there's a little bit of a change. So it's you hold on and cast mirror, and then that wasn't very nice 4 times.
Yeah, that wasn't very nice. All in unison.
That wasn't very nice. Yeah. Like all this, like just a chorus of Anjas as 3 illusory duplicates appear in like the same space of Anja.
Illuminos is starting to get more and more not amused.
Love it.
You see like Hankuzi like stagger a little bit. He's like, eh.
That's normal.
Yeah, this is a new trick that Anja has pulled out. I don't think you've done this before.
No, I haven't had the need to do mirror image yet. I've always been sandwiched between 2 paladins.
Okay.
Okay. I see.
Oh, God, my fights are hard enough. I get it. I've got this multiple times now. No. So anything
they're hard.
bonus action movement? Ooh.
So
Not playing well yet anymore.
am I in anyone's range right now?
No. So Luminos shoved her out of the way. So unless you want to be, you're not in anyone's like melee range right now.
Okay, I'm gonna stay where I'm at.
Sounds good.
Right now, yeah.
Alrighty. All right. So back to this blank Bogmar. Yeah, she's going to just take a swing. you know. Take a swing at Luminos first. That's only an 11 to hit, but then that's a 22 with the second swing. I'm guessing the 11 hits, the 22 doesn't, right?
That's how numbers
Yeah,
work.
yeah. I think I'm pretty sure that hits the moon.
Well, that's another 8 on her damage roll, so that's 12 damage, and she's going to try and disarm you as well. So it's going to be 17 damage total, and then make a strength save, please. As she gets you. Okay, so she's doing lots of damage, not able to disarm you guys, unfortunately. So basically, yeah, she kind of, you see, as she was fighting Anja, she and then you get shoved on the way, now fights you. She takes like a different stance, right? Seeing that you're a like heavily armored person, and starts like taking another stance and kind of dodges around, gets you like right in the side, and then as she pulls her sword out, she kind of tries to use her elbow to shove the weapon out of your hand, but you're able to hold on, and her blade comes out, wounding you but not disarming you. And she takes like a defensive stance, ready to weather your guys' next attacks. Aira.
Yeah, except she's gonna get an arrow from above and behind.
I didn't say she was 100% going to succeed. 16 will hit.
That's good.
She's gonna save her other things. So
With sharpshooter, ouch.
Ooh,
Yeah.
with sharpshooter. So that's gonna
That
hurt.
is with sharpshooter. So that's
Yeah.
total of 16 damage.
Ooh, 6 damage. Yeah. You fire this arrow. Paint me a bit of a word picture. 'Cause that's a good hit. That's a real big hit. Actually, it should be doing more damage. You just added your strength to your
Yeah,
damage
it should
for
be
that,
doing
right?
one more damage.
You
Should be doing 17 damage.
All right, sounds good.
I just set up the with sharpshooter singamajig now, so.
No worries. Awesome. So yeah, paint me a bit of a word picture. What is this sharpshooter shot kind of look like?
So it's
You fire at this.
It's sort of a normal shot, but it is perfectly placed, like directly between the eyes, and like literally buries itself into her head. It's not quite enough to, instantly kill her. It doesn't hit any really important parts of the brain, but it's in the brain.
Yeah.
And she's
Is
now
she
got an
starting
arrow.
is she starting to look a bit cockeyed?
If she survives, you just gave her a real badass scar, basically, as it like takes off like part of her eyebrow and goes past. And now that she's just like bleeding, and now like her like one like her right eye is like kind of shut because the blood like is pouring down into it.
If she survives, she's
like,
not gonna have a working brain. Like I've like removed her frontal lobe, sort of.
You lobotomized her.
Well, not lobotomized her. More just removed an unimportant part.
Now we lobotomize.
All right, so Luminos, that'll make it to you then.
Well, we're both bloodies, it seems now. Have another shield to the face.
All right.
And then strike my sword.
17 hits.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
8 points of damage. All right.
And then another shield bash to the face, and get back another 5 feet.
Yeah. As you just keep like hitting and pushing her back, and you see she's starting to like seem weathered and like, and still resolved to stay in the fight, but is taking a toll on her.
And I'm not moving forward. I'm gonna make her walk to me.
Okay. Whoa. Wow. Big man.
That's a power move.
A weird flex, but okay.
Okay. Let's.
I draw a line.
Okay.
Let's rally a little bit and hit this guy back for daring to use the boring poisons on me. Like, come on.
Yeah, it's not even a nice one.
At least make it a party.
Yeah. Go ahead and make an attack.
Ooh, natural 1.
Yeah, no. You take a swing, and you're so offended, right? That he just effortlessly knocks your blade aside. Uh, oh, make another attack. We were doing we were intending on doing a critical fumble system. If I remember correctly.
Okay. So another attack roll. Yes.
Yeah, so make another attack roll, and if it misses again, then we'll do a fumble.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I think that counts.
Wow.
I think that's the fumble.
Okay.
Confirmed.
Yeah. So you are fully disarmed by this drow. You take a bit too theatrical swing, and he just swings, and your weapon flies like 30 feet to the other side. So you are completely disarmed right now.
Like, you see how he just like hold up a finger for a second, just like, and then he looks, he opens, like he pulls up in like the vial of poison, and really, like you can see like he's very strongly considering just drinking, just chugging it, just to get away from the shame.
I turned to Orange and said, "Did you invite this guy?"
No.
Like this is fine. This is fine. This is fine. It's all part of the plan. It's all part of the plan. We're fine. We're all fine here. And like,
This is fine. Everything is fine.
how are
I
you?
just as a walking comment saying, "Oh, I think he's having a breakdown right now." I just curls up. Oh, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
It's all right. Everything's good.
Well, it's now that Drow's turn. Emboldened by this, that's an 18 to hit you,
That
Hungry.
is very much. It's also a hit.
Does that get you right?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so another 4 points of damage and another con save, please.
Okay.
Taking advantage. All right, you have enough wits about. You have enough internal like constitution. You've built up maybe like a bit of resistance to this poison. Because I feel like the weaker stuff. The Fangs definitely put that like in their booze sometimes.
We party a little bit with this.
Oh yeah,
a little
100%. Yeah, I mean, listen, you worship. They're all about the goddess of hedonism, the drow goddess of hedonism. You gotta have some fun. But you still like, and now the drow's trying to like push the advantage and like is trying to basically push you back. Can't mechanically do that because they're not luminous, but like they're basically trying to take advantage of the fact that you're unarmed and seem to be thrown off your rhythm maybe a bit.
Yeah.
And then Anja, it's gonna be to you.
All right. So. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and make my way around to the back of this Drow Bon Mar.
I do like the image of, first of all, Luminous draws the line in the sand, and Anja immediately crosses it, like ruining it on the ground.
Wait, there's a line?
Yeah.
So Luminous didn't like close the gap, so it sort of like drew a line.
Oh.
I'm just like,
immediately crosses
she's gonna jump over the line.
Yeah. Just
it's just hopscotch.
To go like behind her since she's kind of like engaged.
Right.
So all four Anjas go
Yeah,
behind.
exactly.
Use a bonus action to summon the Shadow Blade in my hand, and then use my action to attack.
Nice.
Yeah.
Give me that attack roll.
No.
Ooh, that's a 7. Yeah. So you take a wide swing, and she's going to take advantage of that, use her reaction to do her riposte. So she's gonna expend a superiority die and make an attack on you with her reaction.
Mm-hmm.
However, that's only a 10 to hit. So basically,
I have to see if she can attack. Well, it doesn't matter.
yeah. So she missed. If she gotten high, she could have potentially hit one of your illusory duplicates. Yeah. But basically, like you take too wide a swing, and in that moment, she's able to like sees like a point where you are open and takes swing, mm-hmm. but like thrown off by the illusory duplicates. She misses on that, but that was her reaction. Nice.
And with that, I'm
Now-
gonna look at her. It's like, maybe we can talk about this. And that's my turn.
Chris, she said, I don't feel like we have much to talk about.
But we have the same daddy.
And
What?
you just hear like, and like even as he's being like stabbed, you just hear Honghuzi go like, ah!
George Von Moore, yeah, that's my daddy too.
Yeah, their family's super weird. You hear from like 30 feet above them.
I think she. What do you know about this? As that happens though, she, so basically she's now talking to you. Her like sword is at the side. She like takes out a dagger and throws it backwards towards Luminos, like not looking. But it's only a 14 to hit, so I think that misses you, right, Luminos?
Yeah, it misses.
So basically, she's now talking to Anja and like threw a dagger like backwards to try and hit you, and you're able to deflect it. What? Okay.
Shoot her!
Don't shoot me.
Yeah, this is a very
1 second.
complicated family matter.
This is highly irregular.
Yeah, I don't.
Okay.
I don't have. So what happened is my mom died, and George showed up at the funeral, and it's like, hey, you're my kid with his son who looks exactly like you, who's my brother.
Okay. No.
If we're on a timeout, can I get my sword?
No, we're not on a timeout. You guys are still attacking this warehouse. Unless you're not attacking this warehouse, we can't talk anymore. So, are we talking or are we fighting?
I'm defending myself against an unprecedented.
Okay.
Okay.
Are we talking or are we fighting?
How about this? You just give us a really big crate, and we'll leave.
2.
2 big
But
crates, and we'll leave.
how about I give you nothing, and we either talk or we fight? I don't know why I would give people who attacked me anything.
This is the basics of extortion. I'm sure you understand exactly how this goes.
Okay. Well, counterpoint. I don't want to be extorted.
Nobody wants to be extorted. The point is, it's still happening.
Okay, so we're fighting. All right. So that'll be her turn.
Can I go now? I'm not in the mood.
Please, by all means.
Knock her out. We need to finish extorting her.
Era, it's your turn. What are you doing?
I'm gonna shoot the lady.
Okay. Sharpshooter or no?
With sharpshooter.
Jeez.
And that'll hit.
Yeah, it'll definitely hit.
That's another 19 damage.
Okay,
Oh.
she uses her reaction to parry some of that damage. Or actually, I think it's only a melee attack.
I believe it's only a melee attack.
Yeah, and she wishes it wasn't. But yeah, no. Okay, so yeah, you give her a second, like, it's gonna be a badass scar if she survives, but you see she's now.
No, actually, Robin Hood, the first arrow that's still in her.
Ooh, yeah, perfect. Just with unerring accuracy, Era does that, and she looks rough. She does not look like she definitely can't take another hit like that. Probably couldn't take another non-sharpshooter hit.
I sigh and yell out, "Hey, Hung, would you like some help?"
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm gonna action surge and send an arrow down to the drow that is fighting Hung Huzi.
Do it. Damn, fighters, man.
Right?
It's not with sharpshooter though. It's just a regular arrow.
That's enough to take this drow out. How do you wanna? I mean, you've been favoring the head today, so I'm guessing right through the eye or something.
Yeah, something dramatic like that.
Yeah, just like this. And so
it's very casual. Like I spend a lot of time aiming at the Bogmar.
Yeah,
like,
and then just kind of like
perfect shot. I just turn it.
Yeah, and Hanguzi, as this drow that you've been like slightly dueling, who's disarmed you and like bearing down on you, all of just like cavalierly, just dead,
Arrow right through the neck and just
like it
topples.
was nothing. Yeah. Wonderful. Speaking of which, Hanguzi, it's your turn.
Okay, so
You might want to get
mentioned-
your
yeah,
sword or whatever it is.
I think it's 30 feet away. So
Yeah, so it's your movement to go get it,
yeah,
basically.
in the interest of expedience, what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to draw a dagger and I'm going to see if I can't well, no, I'm gonna run in and see if I can't just bash our soon to be extortion victim over the back of the head, as I'm committed to forcing her to give us the thing we came to take.
Love it.
That's how negotiation works.
That definitely hits.
Sure.
Yes.
All right. She's going to, because she can do it this now. She's going to use expend a superiority dice, so she actually fully parries that strike. Like
Okay.
you are get like inches away from her, and she manages to kind of like parry your strike and kind of push it away from your hand, as she's kind of backed into a corner now. Very much not happy about it. Luminos, did I skip you? I feel like I just skipped your turn.
I feel as though you did too. Yeah.
Yeah, so
that
Luminos,
definitely happened. So
hey, you know,
time
it
rewind.
happens. No, it doesn't. It's just
but
Luminos. Well, because Luminos said that he was done fighting, so he has to go after Hanguzi now. So Luminos, what are you doing?
I step up to her and says, I point my sword at her. Submit or fall.
Ooh, make an intimidation check.
Where is it? Where is it?
Charisma.
Ooh.
Yeah, she spits some blood at your feet.
And with that,
All right. A 15 will miss though.
ow.
As
Ow.
so, yeah. So she spits blood, and you go to like try and coup de grace, and she manages to still get away. And seeing that happen, she smiles as like.
And with that smile, a shield in the face.
Yeah, it's still manages like. God, asshole! Like it's not that bad. It just is. It's just a dick move.
It's just really rude. Doesn't.
Yeah. She said that, by the way. That's Cannon said that. Like, it's just an asshole move. Anja, what are you doing?
Okay. I don't want to kill her, so I'm gonna. My booming blade is. I'm gonna kind of like. It'll go away from my main hand so that I can throw my rapier into my main hand instead of my offhand.
Your shadow blade.
Yeah. It's not dispelled. It's just like as.
No, yeah, you're just not using.
Yeah. It's just so that I can hit with my like my rapier and I would like to do non-lethal damage to her.
Sounds good.
Where is my character sheet? I put it in all kinds of different places.
It happens.
Yeah.
Character sheets on the ceiling.
All right.
Not again.
So non-lethal 20 to hit.
Yeah, that'll definitely hit.
Okay. And it's
Now
not
there's a
gonna
chance
be booming
you don't
blade.
do enough damage. But okay, so just a straight rapier
So
damage.
11.
Dang. Yep, that manages to knock her unconscious.
I take like the hilts of my rapier and I'm assuming she's much taller than I am because she's a Bon Mar, and I just kind of like get onto like her shoulder and like use it to like lift myself, and I take the hilt and I just like pop her in her temple.
And yeah, she falls to the ground. Man, would have been her turn. If she had survived, she could have second winded. All right, so she is unconscious. You guys seem to have defeated all the enemies outside right now. Now you do know that the enemy inside did know you're out. They know something's up, but you don't know. They don't know what's going on right now. So
I'm going to run over and pick up my pointed stick.
Yep. Grab it like you get it. What's the plan here?
We should tie this lady up and like gag her so she doesn't alert the guards.
Okay.
And
We
then we
have
should probably go inside.
we have a hostage.
No, we're not keeping her hostage.
Why would we keep a hostage? We're going to extort these people. They need something they value. I'm sure they like.
We're not extorting people. We're here to steal stuff, not extort.
Yeah, we're thieves, not extortionists.
Jeez.
And
That's so rude.
Kind of want to talk
I
to
was
her.
just going to give her a chance to repent and try and force her to,
Yeah,
submit.
see, Limmy's got the right idea.
Yeah, exactly. But we need to do that after we finish stealing stuff from the warehouse.
Yes, absolutely. Maybe we can get as much as we can, and maybe two of us can take it away, and two of us can have a conversation with this lady. Or not. It's okay. I'm just making a suggestion. I'm not very smart. I'm very smart. I'm just not very wise. I don't learn from my mistakes very often. You don't have to listen to me. It's absolutely fine. I was just making a suggestion. You know what? We can just take
Stop!
stuff and go.
Stop! People did just remember. People did just run away from this fight, trying to warn their compatriots.
You're right. I'm sorry.
I'm pretty sure we killed everyone who was running away.
Oh yeah, no, got him right through the throat. It was, if I may, it was frankly impressive.
And okay, it still doesn't change the fact that this place's compound is still under high alert with people inside.
Yes, let's get everything.
Yes, well,
Yeah, that's why we
Sort
should tie
this
her
out,
up.
and then we'll find out. It was good at hog
Yes.
tying.
So you are.
I figured you'd be.
Out
You
of
keep making
character,
references to it.
Out of character, Robert, to kind of remind us, was there any specific goods that we were supposed to look for in this warehouse?
So basically, the intel that the Fangs had was that the Seldarine's Edge has been like increasing the guard around here. So basically, they're assuming that there's gonna be, an extra vault or something that's obviously more important than whatever else has been in here, and they just want that.
Okay.
So you don't actually know exactly what you're looking for. You just know that there's something in here that's not just like, smuggled weapons and all that.
All right. Then
Mhm.
I would like to, if possible, make an investigation check for anything that stands out to be super special and out of the ordinary in this compound.
So you're going in?
Need to get inside
I
first.
thought we were already inside. I'm sorry.
No, we're not.
No, you're still
Oh.
outside. This whole battle was outside.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because those basically those were the guards that were making sure that the canopy system worked how it was supposed to.
Then I would like to pop on Tulip out of her pocket dimension.
Yeah.
I would like to cast Mage Armor on her. No, I don't have Mage Armor prepared, so never mind. It's like, dang it, I put Absorbed Elements instead. And I would like to send Tulip in to scout it out before we just go in head first.
All right. So why don't you just make me a stealth check for Tulip as you all see a possum appear out of midair just from nothingness, and then Andra all of a sudden becomes blind and deaf.
Yep. Just kind of, I just grab onto the closest person's to me, which is probably Luminous. And I was like, just don't let me go, okay? And stealth-wise, that'll be a 14 for Tulip.
All right. So Tulip goes into the compound. So basically what you see, I'll reveal some of the map here. But basically this is, it's a warehouse, right? So a lot of this is full of like boxes and loading gear. And what the primary thing is you see that there is a middle like section of the, like basically like what would be an office or additional section that appears to be closed off in this facility. And then you can see facing the other way, like facing towards the way that the booming blade came from, are two drow. So this is just what you can see coming in. There's more to the facility, but basically right now there's like a big central room that you can't see into right now, and then past that there's some drow waiting for the booming blade people to appear.
So like were there where we were standing before, where the booming blade happened, on the opposite
Yeah.
end?
So you guys were on the west side,
Mhm.
and then you made Booming Blade happen, and so now they're all facing west, waiting for the people who let off a large, really
Yeah.
resonant sound right next to their warehouse.
Okay. Tulip is. I'm gonna relay that information like as I see it.
Yeah.
And Tulip is going to kind of skitter to the side of the central room. And so this is the first time I'm actually using Find Familiar as a player.
Yeah.
Can't do. I want Tulip to look for any like kind of like as I was saying, like anything.
Yeah.
That
So
is
go ahead and make a perception check with Tulip.
Okay.
I'll say.
12.
Okay. So so first of all, are you gonna round the corner, like, which will incur some perception checks, or are you staying far away enough from the drow facing away from you to like not?
Yeah, Tulip is definitely gonna stay far away and be as sneaky as possible. She
Sounds
is
good.
a possum. She eats spiders.
Yeah. Perfect. So basically, you can see that there are there's first of all lots of weapons in this like outer section. There's what looks to be some smuggled out pieces of drow art and just general things from the Underdark that the Seldrain's Edge have recovered, but nothing that seems particularly specially guarded. What I will say is the central room, you do see like large locks and such on the doors, right? So these are the like central room here has been locked down.
Okay. So like locks leading outside or
Well, so there's,
into other
I mean,
rooms?
basically like large padlocks. So you'd need a key to get into the central room.
Into the center room, which is where
Yeah.
Tulip is in.
No, so basically, like, there's a big warehouse, and in the middle of the warehouse is like another room,
Gotcha.
right?
Okay.
So like a box within a box.
A box within a box. Okay. I will relay
All rooms
this
are.
to my compadres and be like, yeah, I think there's something, definitely, in this big room, and I'm gonna like, Tulip's gonna pop back into her pocket dimension,
Yeah.
and my
Can
eyes
you-
come back.
Can you put anything else in your pocket dimension?
No, it's for Tulip. It's Tulip's home.
Okay.
Why is Tulip a possum?
Because possums are
Why
the
isn't
best
Tulip a
animals
possum?
in the world. They're so cute.
Why is an animal an animal?
Yeah, I love possums.
We have an aesthetic, dear.
Because Anja loves possums, that's why. Because a goth girl with a pet possum is the best thing ever. That's why.
I think you pull off a raven better.
I don't really like birds.
I take offense to this.
Right in front of Era. Okay.
No,
Well,
I don't mean bird people. Bird people are perfectly fine. It's just that I'm, I don't know if you've noticed, but I've taken a lot of Benadryl when I'm around you.
Oh, black cat.
I'm allergic to feathers, Era. I'm sorry.
We'll look back and forth like, should I?
Okay.
You talk about this?
Are we just kicking down the door, or are we gonna?
I will say the
No.
outside doors are not locked.
Yeah.
They were just guarded.
Well, they're not paying
No.
attention to the door that we're at. They're paying attention to where we were. So we could get a surprise on them if we're good enough.
I wouldn't go with a kick down, sir. I would rather go for if we can get the drop on them, that'd be best.
Okay, so we gently open the door and we'll walk in.
Okay. Let's get some stealth checks then.
All right.
I'll hang at the back.
Okay. I will say I'm gonna give them disadvantage to see like the two guards that could see you. They have disadvantage because they're not expecting to be attacked from that side or anything to be coming from that side. So
That's
Oh,
my God.
now, so Luminos, are you not going in? Like, are you just waiting
Yeah,
outside?
I'll just wait at the door.
Okay, sounds good. So you three go in. they do not seem to notice you, despite Era. Era is not being that quiet, but apparently being
Flap.
just quiet enough.
Flap. Flap.
I think like Era, your like claws kind of like make a good amount of clacking on the ground, the like kind of
Mhm.
industrial stone floor, but they don't seem to notice. In fact, you can hear them, like whispering to each other and talking to each other in undercommon about, what do you think? What do you think this is? Probably this damage.
How many of them are there?
You can only see two, but it does sound like there's more talking on the other side.
Of the door.
On the other side of the door, or on the
On
other
the other
side
side of like the room. So like there's like a room, like basically it's like a large pillar in the middle of this
Gotcha.
facility that probably houses something important, right? And there's other people on the other side of it.
How tall is this building?
The ceiling, we'll say it's like 15 feet.
Okay.
So, what are you guys doing?
So about how many are there total? Could I tell?
Make we'll call it a survival check, I guess, or maybe okay. You can tell that there are, just from the number of voices and how many people you seem to be talking, there's probably about 8 guards on total on the other side of this.
That's not bad. While they don't know we're here, let's make that 7.
All right. Back.
Well then.
Oof.
That's a little bit of damage.
He's dead.
That's an 18.
Like
Yeah.
before you rolled damage, he was dead.
I almost rolled minimum damage too.
Yeah. Okay. So, just one of the drow had a head. Now he doesn't. That's basically what happens. And with the natural 20, I'm gonna roll percent. Like normally it'd be instant fight, but with a natural 20, I'm gonna, because that was, I mean, it's a bow, so it's potentially pretty.
Should I roll stealth against it, or?
Yeah. Well, we'll do that. So we'll go ahead and roll stealth against it, not at disadvantage, and then because there's a chance that they just might not notice. 16. No. Yeah. They're not great at perception, apparently. So
Apparently.
very much so in like a video game style. You like do the silent shot and all the guys are like, you hear something? Nope. All right. Must be fine.
Coincidentally, all of the guards were looking away and they just have it turned around.
Yeah, no, exactly. No, they have their set path, and the set path doesn't like see that part. While that happens, is there anything you want to be doing, Honghuzi? Or are you just watching? And
Yeah, he's, you see like Hong Yuzi like sort of like starting to try and pad forward, like maybe he, like, maybe we can make at least close some distance before the melee, and he just sees a guy just drop and nobody's paying attention, so he just like he stops and looks back and he's just like,
I'm standing there.
and he just like kind of like waves on, like, carry on then.
So these drow were meant to be more formidable, but apparently they're just stormtroopers, is what I'm establishing. These guys are about as competent as stormtroopers. All right, so I'm guessing that's gonna happen again.
Yeah, let's make that 6 now.
Yeah, go ahead and make a sharpshooter roll. Hits. Wow, you are on fire.
That's 21. Oh, that's max damage.
Yeah. At this point, they finally realize something is up. So I think we'll re-roll initiative because this is a new combat.
Okay.
So please go ahead. Make sure your token is selected. Just makes it easier for roll 20. And all now.
I know, it's me.
So the remaining 6 guards are, for some reason they take a good amount of offense to this.
There's
I don't know. There are 8 of
As it-
them
Picked
As it,
off.
as it turns out, that was their
a couple
favorite.
of seconds ago.
Yeah, they were like, that was James. Everyone loved James. I mean, he was a male, so he's inferior in every way to the female of our group. But come on, because there's still things. There's still
He made the best pancakes, as he should.
he made the best subservient pancakes.
The most subservient of pancakes.
Yeah. He knew his place in Drow society. Luminos, are you going to be joining in? And if so, you can go ahead and roll initiative.
So they're fighting now.
I turn around. Hey, Luminos, you should help.
Yeah, it's basically 2 have been sniped off, but now they have grown wise. So,
Okay.
see if you are going to be the first to act here. 15, not bad at all. All right, so first to go though is going to be some of the Drow. So let's see here. So yeah, you see Drow kind of peek around the corner. Is going to take a shot at Era in retribution for James. So that'll be a 21 to hit.
That will hit.
I thought it might. So 7 points of piercing damage as kind of pulls out this hand crossbow. So they have like hand crossbow short sword kind of deal. So they and make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Hey, that's my thing. I'm supposed to shoot arrows at people.
Well, you know what? Wow, yeah. They really cheaped out on the poison apparently. So you feel like there is like some sort of venom like on this arrow, but does not.
Well, I mean, they weren't expecting bird people, so the anatomy is a bit different.
You know what? You're right. They definitely were not expecting bird people. Luminos?
How far would you say I'm from the nearest target?
One of them just peeked around, so I'll say you can get to them, but the rest of them are probably like 2 movements away.
All right, so I'm just pretty much going to bull charge him.
Luckily, we're not playing Pathfinder, so I don't have to know the actual mechanics of that other than just making tech roll.
It's okay. He did at least 3 feats.
Yeah. 16 will hit. Nice. So yeah, you slash into this Drow guard. They are not the most competent fighters. You do know that a lot of the really powerful Drow tried to resist the Githyanki and lost handily. So they're not necessarily working with the best of the best.
So they have stormtroopers left.
Right, exactly. Like the cream of the crop were systematically destroyed by the Githyanki in the Underdark when it was forcefully we'll politely say removed. So
One might impolitely say ethnically cleansed.
right, yeah, that definitely is a more accurate way of saying it. So Hang Huzi.
Okay, you mentioned 2 moves away. I've got a 10-foot reach. Can I catch one of them with 1 move?
I'll say yeah because you also were inside the building already. So go ahead and you get advantage because it's the first round, right?
Yes, I do.
Nice. As again, you kind of like, I imagine kind of like one of those cool little like flicks of your wrist and the blade comes out.
Yeah. I took the time to like put it back together, like because again, like the point is I've always got to show off, so I've got to do the trick every single time, every single fight, always, over and over.
Yeah.
I think 23 will hit and do a little bit of bonus damage.
Plus, yeah, a little bit of bonus damage. So.
And I'm going to use Great Weapon to try and reroll that d4. Maybe we'll do a little bit better.
All right, hey, so 10 points of damage. Nice.
Yes.
You slice into this Drow guard. They almost very nearly defeated in one swing. Definitely not looking great. So now though it's going to be 3 guards are going to go. So they are all going to gang up on you, Hanghuzi, since you're the only one that's kind of shown your face so far. Yeah, 3 strikes at you. So We got a 17, a 19, and an 8.
Hit, miss.
Hit, miss. All right. So it'll be a grand total of 9 points of damage and 2 Constitution saves, please. As they kind of start like, basically almost like pack tactics, just like
Yes.
trying to get you down quickly together.
1, 2.
Jeez. Yeah. Honestly, at this point, I don't know why I'm having you roll. I think in canon, you're immune to this like very weak drow poison. I think that's something I'm just gonna give you. You are now like you built up a resistance to this iocane powder. All right, like that's just a thing that has happened.
On the other hand, because clearly this is something I've partied with, I am beginning to get high.
Yeah. Yes. You're not immune to the more psychedelic effects of it, but because basically this poison, it's a fairly standard drow poison. It doesn't damage, it tries to incapacitate people, right? And if someone's really not prepared for it, it can like knock them unconscious. So very much so, it's like you no longer get stunned or anything by this poison. It just makes you feel a pleasant lightheadedness.
And which actually just like makes like the scene like it's kind of unpleasant because as they're doing like proper gangsters, like they're working me over, and then I just started giggling.
Yeah, no, 100%. So the first two like stab you, like they're basically like shanking you with these drow axes, and then you start giggling, and the last one misses because they're just like, wait, what? As they're stabbing you, like, are you laughing? What is going on? What are you? Anja, it's gonna be your turn here.
Okay. Thank you, Lich, for that $1 donation. Let me know where that luck point is going to go. So Anja is how far away are them from me? I was probably there with Era.
Yeah. Also, you also are speedier you're not in Blade Song anymore.
Not
right?
yet, because that's what I was gonna ask. I'm assuming Blade Song, Mirror Image, and Shadow Blade have all dropped.
It's definitely been more than a minute because you tied the person up. You snuck in with.
Yep.
So I'll say without Blade Song, you can get to the one that Luminos has been fighting. With Blade Song, you could go help Hankuzi.
Okay.
So.
I'm gonna go ahead. I am gonna activate my Blade Song just because it's very silly for me not to.
I mean, yeah.
Like.
Yeah, just give yourself away.
I mean, I'm a 15 without it, which is not bad for a wizard. Like,
bad at all.
And thank you, Lich, for the luck point. I appreciate it. I'm gonna go ahead and activate my Blade Song, and I'm gonna go and help out Hankuzi.
Awesome.
And I am going to just attack without Booming Blade because I've learned my lesson with my rapier as of right now.
Such a subtle fighter.
I would like to use my luck point to reroll.
All right, yeah, you just got a luck point, so roll.
A 14.
14 hits.
Yay!
We did it. You did it, stream. You did it.
We did it.
For
8 points of damage. Nice. So, and did you want to try and hit the? Oh, actually, you wouldn't be able to hit that one because he had reach. So, but yeah, so you stab at one of the ones that got Hanhuzi, and they seem very injured, but not dead. Era. Speaking of dead, time for them to become that way soon, I think.
So there are 3 that are attacking Hanhuzi.
Yeah.
And 1 that's engaged with Luminos.
Yeah, so basically there's 3 right around Hanhuzi. There's one that's a little bit like the one that there's one more that Hanhuzi uses reach to get, so they're a little bit further away from Hanhuzi, and then there's one that just hasn't been able to act yet.
Okay. I'm going to shoot the one that is engaged with Luminos.
Sounds good.
Whoa,
an uncharacteristic miss from Era as it flies like past and slams into the wall.
Fuck that wall.
Yeah, you sure just showed that wall.
What did it do to you?
There's like a target painted on it.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Yes. 100%. You see, there's like a dartboard with the head of the Fangs of Keptolo's face on it, and it just.
So long as you like look over, look back, like he's still giggling, but like he seems like a little bit off put.
Yeah.
I
So,
meant to do that.
yeah,
Yeah,
100%.
100%. I'm totally intimidating.
All right. So the last drow is going to come at Anja, seeing a new combatant to fight.
A new challenger.
Yeah, they did approach. So short sword. That's a 23.
I'm not even gonna react with shield. I'm just gonna let it
All right.
happen.
So 5 points of damage. And go and make a Constitution save, please.
Okay. 14.
Yeah, you're fine. As also, I will say that I'm at least ruling that this poison doesn't affect full drow, so I feel like you are at least partially resistant to this anyway, innately. Yeah. So back to the top, the drow fighting Luminos. Take a swing at you. But that's only a 12, which I'm pretty sure misses your heavily
Parry, thrust.
Yeah. Now it is gonna be a little more work for Pam as he stabs into the chain, but you are uninjured, which I think is kind of the point. So you now get to retort.
No. If you're gonna stab, this is how you do it.
Propofol.
Okay, you hit. It would have been really funny, but no, you hit. Nice.
If you're gonna stab, this is how you stab. Drop his weapon.
Yeah, no, listen, there was 2 ways this could go. The way it went, which is he's dead, or this is how you stab, immediately gets disarmed. So
No. What I was gonna do if I miss, I would then do a. I was gonna do a rebuttal, which then just stab in the heart.
Yeah, love it. But yes, you handily take down that drow. Anything else you want to do with your turn?
As he's falling over, I just push him off.
Yeah.
And then just walk to the next one. Who's next?
Sounds good. So you join the big kind of scrum that's going on in the middle of the room here then. Awesome.
Who's got the rugby ball?
I think it's Hong Huzi. As Hong Huzi, you're still surrounded by these 3 drow as you're kind of lightheaded and giggling.
Yeah, and like I just like in undercommon, I just like start singing like a really bawdy drinking song, and I swing at the guy the guy I hit and like badly injured.
Yeah, sounds good. Try and finish him off. Yeah, they are so mad at you. That's a hit.
And let's see here for damage. I think
Nice.
more than enough.
Taken down. Also, I believe that means you get your fighting spirit, right?
Yeah, I start rallying. There's a little bit of a. There's like this. It magically speaking, it feels like very off. It's like you're pretty sure I couldn't do magic, and now it's just like very faintly glowing a bit.
Nice.
As the rally kicks in, I gain some temporary hit points.
Yeah, basically yes. You guys see, like
Spooky.
Hong Huzi now in this kind of swaying, giggling battle stance and starts singing this song in the middle of a pitched battle. And as he slices down one of the drow, there's just kind of this. Would you say it's more arcane or more natural? What does it look like? What is
It's definitely arcane because it is actively unnatural. Like you might even call it eldritch, but it's definitely not from a higher power.
Love it. Yeah, as you see just this kind of unnatural shimmering essence appear around Hong Huzi. I don't know if that's any of you've ever seen, so that's cool. Well, the
I'm
3
used to
drow.
things I haven't seen before, so
That's fair.
spooky.
There's 3 drow around you, Hong Huzi, and you're not taking this seriously, which is honestly kind of offensive. I feel like.
It must be extremely offensive because why is he giggling? Why won't he stop laughing?
Yeah.
Not okay.
One of them is so put off that they get a natural one, and you handily disarm them. I'll say, just because, man, they are not doing well, and that's actually the one that Anja stabbed. So basically, Anja, you see the one that you were fighting just turns around to go at this half drow, which is not something they are happy about to begin with. That is now like singing and not and in the middle of their warehouse, and just immediately gets disarmed by this strange. I think what happens is he stabs into this strange energy, and it kind of like shunts the sword out in a way maybe not even Hanghuzi hasn't even seen before. But the other ones get a 21 and a 12 to hit you, so I think that's one hit, right?
That is one hit, yeah.
All right, so that'll be 8 points of damage.
Okay, chews through the 10 hit points and knocks down some more of my regular hit points.
Yes.
Everybody, by the way.
So yeah, you see one of them slashes, and in the energy kind of deflects it away a little bit, enough that Hungry's natural reflexes lets him dodge out of the way, and then the other one is able to stab through it, and you see the field kind of dissipate, but and then he kind of gets a bit of Hungry on the through swing. So Anja.
All right. So I would like to cast Grease.
All right.
I want to do it to where, because like I'm right next to Hanghuzi, and there's the 3 drow in front of us. I would like to position it behind them so that it catches them at the edge.
Yeah, nice. Love
so
it.
just looking Grease real quick. 10-foot square. Yes, yes. Dex
saves. All right. So we got a 13, a 6, and a 17. So
the one with the 6 fails.
okay. Yeah. So you know what? Here, let me roll.
Because I am a 13.
Okay, got it. So the one without a weapon falls on his face. Just whoosh, bloody nose like on the ground. Just having a real bad day today.
Do you want to go home?
Yes. Please.
Okay, guys, just leave that guy alone.
No,
He's having a bad day. He's having a bad day. Just let him go.
I think he needs you should watch over him. He's kind of drunk. I don't think he can make it by himself.
But he's drunk. I'll have some of what he's having and some of this. Come on, give me one more time.
It was still technically my turn. Can I roll a persuasion?
Yeah.
To help take this guy home? Don't worry, we'll take care of him.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna do it because why not?
Yeah.
Can I use my nat 20?
Okay, yeah. So what are you convincing? What are you convincing?
I'm gonna convince them that. Okay, she's like, oh man, you guys, you know what? You passed this training exercise. We're so proud of you, because I am a female drow. We're so proud of you for training this to like. You two passed. He didn't, and he's not looking too good. I think maybe you should take him home so that he can just kind of like his ego, you know, like he's just not looking too good, guys. You might want to go help him out. We got this. Don't worry.
Yeah. The other 2 drow kind of look. I think, yeah. With the natural 20, it's not necessarily they entirely leave you. But they don't want to die, so they take their friend and they leave.
Yeah, because that would give me like a 25 with my persuasion.
Yeah. No.
So yeah.
It is persuasion, not deception. So they're like, yeah, this training exercise, but also let's maybe not die. Not dying sounds fun today. So
also, I really don't want to be around that really.
Yeah, they're like, you know what? We're gonna get a bit of trouble with this, but at least we'll still be alive.
I walk up to Andrew and it says, they're witnesses, because they can just tell the others who we look like to the rest
that
of
sounds
their...
like a future us problem. And she's going to
These drow don't seem like much of a threat. I wouldn't.
Anja, you notice that the red in her dress is not just her clothes. She is breathing profusely right now and in really heavy breath. She probably cannot take another hit whatsoever.
You feel like
she's smiling and she's like, oh yeah, but you know that sounds like a future us problem. We should go inside and get it and go.
You look a bit
Giggling
pale.
on, Susie shouts after them like, Captola sends her greetings!
Yeah, I mean, I guess I took a couple of hits. But you know,
Okay.
um,
I poke you, and you get 10 hit points.
oh, thanks. That's so nice. Shows down to 6.
Okay, so
On wizard hit dice. Ooh.
Yeah.
so there are some locks in this room.
Yes.
What's the
Yeah,
biggest
so-
lock?
I mean, so there's a door on each side of this like central room, and they're all the same locks. Like it looks like it's just 4 ways to get into the same place.
So I have a sword here.
That's nice.
I think that's our option for getting through these locks.
Ah!
No. Has anyone ever told you blunt?
Oh right, blunt. I don't have any blunt instruments.
No. It's actually, guys, I could just unlock it.
Oh, well then you should do that.
I have this spell.
She says that as I get my mace out. Oh.
Oh, the way.
Which one should I unlock?
They all seem to be the same. I'm pretty sure it leads into one room.
Jose just like picks one. He just points at it.
So I do like to imagine that the knock spell sounds like, and then the lock goes like click click and just off.
Okay.
And you enter into the central room. So just from what you guys can see, we'll get into investigating the room in a second. Basically, it's more boxes and more materials, but there also is like a wall safe, right? Like a large, like 7-foot diameter wall safe built into like a section of this room, and then there's a bunch of like boxes and the sword.
I grabbed Luminos's mace and hold it up.
Okay.
Look at you bemused. This ain't going then.
I don't know, dude. Can you unlock it again? That was kind of nice.
Jose just wanders over to one of the
Actually,
boxes.
I used all of my level 2 spell slots at this point, so I could, but I would need to take a nap.
Is he on Goosey just like wander over
I'm
to
gonna
one
try
of the
to bash
boxes and
the
just
safe.
start trying to like pry it open?
The safe.
Yes, I'm trying to bash it with the mace.
Okay. Make a strength check. And then-
Athletics, perhaps?
Sure.
You do
No.
have dice to use. Remember that.
You bash at it, but it doesn't do anything. I mean, like like you damage the safe, but this is
I leave
Like,
a solid
clearly-
dent in the safe.
yeah, you dent the door, but it doesn't open. Anyone else got an idea?
I just walk up to it and I inspect the number com, and then I just grab it and then yank it out with a natural 20, which I'm going to use my point from. And I just,
So here's the thing. What does that get you to, like, as an athletics check, like grand total?
that would be
1 plus strength, maybe proficiency.
that'd be 24.
24. Here, let me make sure, because it's basically like, well, like, what's your modifier to athletics? Is it +4 or +5 or?
4.
Okay, yeah. You with the dent Aero put in, you just like you hear like bending of metal and like tearing, and then the safe is open.
So I just that's how you do it.
Love it.
I hand you back your mace.
Thank you.
Inside.
What's in the box? What's in the box?
That's a great question. So inside the box, first of all, there are four things. So first off, there is a sack of coin. So there's looks to be about 50 platinum. There is a small onyx statue of a spider. There is like a painting of what looks to be a very regal drow woman, and what appears to be a large staff with like spider webs and other details on it.
So there's a staff, a statue, some money, and what else?
A painting.
Money. I just see. I see just rubbish. I don't like that statue though. I think that should be broken now.
Hey! That would look great on the mantle.
I'm sorry, lol follower.
Hey,
Whoa.
that's not fair. We don't follow
Fighting
laws.
words.
I'm not the one that's wanted to put it on a mantle, eh?
Hey,
Just because
it's
we
a
don't
nice
worship
statue.
God doesn't mean we can't appreciate good art.
So are any of the items magical in nature?
Whoever wants to like investigate a little bit, go ahead and give me a check.
For
I'm gonna give you Arcana, try to see if they're magical.
I've got Arcana. I can do that thing.
Sure.
Oh wow, yeah.
There's a duality there.
Clearly high magic and
Era, that painting is the most magical thing you've ever seen. You're pretty sure that painting is like on like Deck of Many Things level. It's really powerful, Era. But Honghuzi, I think you could tell that the only magical thing is the statue. The staff appears just ornamental, and the painting is a painting.
guys,
Wants to
this
can
painting, it's super magic. We got to find out what to do with it.
Whoever wants to can also give me a history check real quick. See if they know what these items are.
Ooh, why not?
Okay. So I think just Anja. So basically, you recognize the painting and the staff belonging to the person in the painting. This is a portrait of a now former drow matriarch. So this would be the mother of house Len Tharil, Yelia. So you know that she was very much a like powerful drow that has supposedly escaped to the surface and has been upset about it. So nobody like it's not one of those things where she's out and doing stuff, but it appears that this is kind of relics from her past is when she basically, was running cities level of powerful, but not anymore.
Which is she still alive? Do we know if she's still alive?
Yes. So rumor has it that she's still alive in the city somewhere, but that she's kind of been in the shadows, like not really doing anything. Although finding this here does seem to implicate that
That she's up to something.
I just peek around, have a look at the painting, and I just look at Era and just say, "What, do you like her or something?"
It's magic.
And Honghuzi just like kind of like saunters over, still kind of like very slowly coming down, like ties up like a bit of cloth and just like carefully picks up the statue, like trying to not like put any skin in contact.
No, it's not magic. I think that's called love at first sight.
Yeah, the information that I know, I relay it. It's like, oh man, that's that matriarch that Mom told me about. I saw her in a history book. Yeah, and just kind of going on about the history of who this girl is in a very Anja way of like talking about things.
See, that's the reason they enchanted the heck out of this painting. I don't know what it does yet, but it's enchanted.
Oh, maybe we should take the painting back to the, maybe this is something that the Fangs could really use, right? Oh,
Exactly.
Hanuzi?
And like you see him like beginning to like stuff the statue, like what? Oh, Painting?
What
It's
are
not
you
that
doing
pretty.
with the statue? Are we,
Well,
we're
it's
taking,
magic.
We're taking that to the Fangs, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I didn't
Can
believe
I-
him when he said that.
Get perception checks from everyone as well, just
Yes.
see if there's anything interesting in the boxes as
It's
well
in the
that you
boxes.
notice. Okay. Yeah, I think that there's definitely like bulk goods. Like if you wanted to grab all you could carry, you could probably sell these things back off for money. Honestly, I will say, so one thing strikes you as a little odd. There is, so like, this is a very well organized section of the warehouse. The rest of it kind of had like a bunch of like a bit of more chaos to it. So, but there is like a section of the goods that is not inherently like it's just some like it's just labeled like mushrooms and stuff. Like there's one section of the goods are almost like they're not valuable, right? In a room full of valuables, there's like some boxes
Okay, it's like
that the
they
labels
stick out.
are
'Cause,
not
like,
like of stuff that are valuable.
and like
Yeah, it's
I
like
guess like as I'm like,
why would you?
Who's got the bag of holding?
It's just like some wine and stuff.
oh,
I don't remember who had it on them, so we'll see
Yeah.
if one of you guys has it right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, I just open up the bag, just throw it all in.
and then you see them like look up like very like please be careful with this. Not sure what it does. It's something. Might be something unpleasant. Please do not break it. Might be important.
Same
Might
with
be
this
the-
painting.
Well,
Puts painting
while
in
it's
the
in the bag of holding, it's perfectly fine. So just throw it in.
Yeah, and then like you see like Hong Huzi like wander over to the boxes that like the boxes that are suspiciously labeled and like can I just like pry them open?
I think Rob has crashed because he's just frozen.
Yeah, I think so.
Also,
Okay.
it's a very humorous face.
So yeah, let's wait on that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, there you
Oh,
go.
welcome back, Robert.
Welcome back.
Okay, we think we lost you for a couple seconds.
Yeah,
Did you-
yeah, I was a little gone. So basically, you're going over to the less valuable stuff.
Yeah, and I'm gonna see if I can't like pry a couple of the boxes open.
Yeah. Go and make a investigation check.
Okay. Investigation.
Okay. I mean, so this section there are like a couple dozen boxes. So you start opening them, and they are like you just see there's some like fine cheese and wine. Like it's nice, but it's not. Like this is stuff you can get just at like a market.
Throw it in.
Oh yeah, I'm investigating that further because I want to find
Okay.
some really top quality cheese.
Do it. Yeah, you find some really good aged cheese.
Nice.
Suspicious. This is
Throw it in. We'll give it to the people back at the thing because people are starving out there.
Does this have refrigeration?
Well, it's like in stasis while in there.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's nice.
and then like
I
you hear
toss
like
in the cheese.
you hear like Honguzi like muttering to himself like he's still got like his like filters all discombobulated. Like this is if they were going to the trouble of putting the cheap stuff in the nice vault and mislabeling it and posting extra guards, why would it be cheese? Can't
Hey,
even
do you know how much
sacrifice.
effort goes into making cheese?
That's what slaves. And like you see him like that's what slaves are for. Oh. There's like, and then like, and you hear him go like, "Mom told me not to say that." What? Wait, mouth. My mouth says words. Boxes. More boxes.
I'll
No,
let
but
you
more-
make another investigation check. Conquer
Were you about to say that's what slaves are for?
What?
I believe he was, yes.
I think this is slander. That's not no wait. Slander the ones with the words. And I think I'm going to
You know,
go ahead and
you weren't one of these people, were you?
I'm going to what? The fact that Capitolo and the Saldarian's blades have absolutely nothing to do with each other, especially not at night. Anyway, I'm gonna use my
What does that mean?
20 for this next check here. So I
Alright.
want to find out what is with these boxes. I am obsessed.
Sounds good. So you just like a madman, just like opening these boxes, just like what is in these, and then you get to one of them that's like with spices, and you open it, and something you just like there's just like pepper and salt and stuff, and you're like there can't be, and you start like looking through it, and as you like move a sack of pepper to one side, you hear like a click, and the box bottom falls down into a ladder.
Not underground again. Really?
I mean, it is drow architecture.
Could we go like
Boxes!
fight forest gnomes or something? They don't go underground all the time. Come on. Suppose we should go to the basement.
And like it's like Honguzi's like already like clambering over the side of the ladder. He's like up. He's like just.
I sigh and follow Hunghuzi.
Okay,
I'm just throwing all the food in the back.
sounds good.
And he's just like, oh, pepper.
Seasonings for days.
Yeah. I mean, your cook friend will very much appreciate it, I think.
Dinner.
Oh no,
be-
this isn't
That's
for
Ram.
us. This is for everyone. This is for the people.
Oh, okay, not for Ramsey. Got it. I mean, Ramsey is a people.
Well, I'm pretty sure he's a person. I don't know. Yeah, I don't think he has split personality.
Well, you know,
He does now.
you didn't specify they didn't. So anyway, so you guys head down. Why don't you all give me perception checks as you go into the basement here. Also, do we have a source of light for our human friend?
I'm not going down. I'm putting food in.
Okay, cool. So is it just Era and okay, so everyone but
Oh.
Luminos is going down is what I'm guessing then.
I'm
Mhm.
sorry.
Okay. So you go down, so in here, you see this is kind of like a roughly carved out section. Seems to be you're in a small almost antechamber. So you see some weapons, armor. There's like three sets, like a room for three sets of armor and weapons, one of which is gone. And you see like some food, and this is basically just like a one-person living quarter, right? So you see a bed and a chamber pot and some armor, and then there's a door with like a metal door with like one of those sliding eye slots, right?
Mhm.
And that's what you see.
Do we recognize the armor from anywhere?
It definitely looks like the kind that something Bogmar was wearing. Like this is like elite drow material armor.
Gotcha.
I just immediately I could immediately like walk over and start like removing a set from the wall.
Yeah, you can
Let's take it.
definitely put down like drow elite armor.
What is it made out of?
So it's leather with like interwoven bits of metal, right? So it's studded leather, but there's no studs. It's like interwoven into the leather in like kind of spidery fang patterns.
It's
real
never
pretty.
plate armor. It's never plate armor.
No, I mean not with drow, unfortunately. Listen, there's Duragar in this world. You just go fight a bunch of Duragar. There's probably some plate armor.
So
That easy.
I'm just gonna kind of examine it for a little bit, but decide not to take any for herself either. Just because, like, she's drow, but she's not that kind of drow. She'd rather like she was taught to not really be associated with that type of drow from where she comes from. She's gonna listen to her mom, who is dead.
Smash cut to Hong Huzi. Camera zooms in on the spider tattoo that's on one of his eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he is this guy.
Yeah.
I open the looky bit on the door. See what's on the other side.
So as you open it, you see. So inside this room, it's like a prisoner set area, right? So it's like very bare. There's a chair in the middle of the room, and there's a bed, and there's a chamber pot, and that's about it. And you see, so sitting in the chair, tied to it, is a Gith, but not a Gith Zerai. So Gith Zerai have kind of like a yellowish, greenish skin and pointed features, like their head comes to like a pointed like cone almost, and their face kind of like comes down to the large chins. This is much more like comes to like a rounded edge, right? Like they have this kind of extra bit, and this make it an Arcana check. This is a Gith Zerai, the like cousin race of the Gith Yankee, tied to this chair, and you see a drow woman in the like full equipment, like kind of injecting this person with some like poisons and stuff, and like saying like asking questions in like both Elven, Undercommon, and Common, like just trying to get something out of this person, like, where are you from? What is going on? Who are you? But this being doesn't seem like they're either not responding, don't know how to respond, some combination of the two. So basically, you see there's a Gith Zerai trapped in this basement with a very elite drow warrior.
I turn around to the rest of the party. So there's a mean drow woman in there, and a Gith Zerai.
See Hong Huzi just like make like a kicking motion, just make like a kicking motion towards the door. It's like it.
What are you suggesting?
Maybe we should talk to them.
And then like he just.
Prisoner?
Yes, he's a prisoner of some kind. They're interrogating him.
Oh, so there's a drow lady interrogating the Gisari.
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna go in.
Okay, what are you doing once you go in?
I'm going to
Hit her over the head, really hard.
No. I'm gonna just kind of listen. I'm going to disguise myself as the Bonmar.
Nice.
To look like her. So it's not much of a difference. I just look a little bit taller, look like my armor's different. My voice is gonna be like, that wasn't very nice. And I'm going to just, try and, I got this, guys. I'm gonna go, just kind of go in there and see what's up, and then I will report back.
Hit her over the head.
Okay, I believe in you.
Okay, thank you. Oh, thanks, Sarah. Okay.
All right. So you. Yeah.
I am gonna walk in like I belong there because I
love
do.
it. Yeah.
I'm going to kind of stand back and stay quiet, unless I'm actually like addressed.
Mm-hmm.
And I would know kind of like proper drow like etiquette, unlike you have a drow lady doing stuff, so I assume I know like etiquette if I have to bow or shake my head or things like that. I'm assuming I know these kind of things, but I'm just gonna kind of stand back and I'm going to listen to what's going on in here.
Yeah. Yeah, so she goes about and then she sees you kind of like, is it all taken care of upstairs then?
Yes, the intruders have been dispatched.
Good.
Yes. They were nothing. It's very squishy.
Of course. Nothing can stand up to the chosen of Wolf. Speaking of which, Dreana, can you take a crack at this thing not speaking to me anymore?
Right. Oh my god.
So
I guess like yeah, behind this like I'm not quite like done with playing hero over the head really hard, so I'm just sort of standing away from the door, just like
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
holding
going
my
to,
sword
Oh,
ready.
I'm
like,
standing
can I-
away from
can I-
the door, arrow drawn.
my
Yeah.
hand?
Yeah. I'm going to take a step forward next to this leader and look down at this Githyanki.
Githzerai.
Githera, excuse me. And
No,
normally
yeah.
it's the Githyanki that we are...
So Githyanki are the ones that have invaded.
Yeah,
Go and
just-
give me an Arcana check, and we'll see what you know without
Okay.
research and talking like Ellen. Yeah, basically you know that Githyanki are warlike, Githzerai are monk-like.
Okay.
That's about all you know. So,
I'm gonna
but like
puff out my chest.
It's there are nice.
nicer.
Yeah. And be like,
No, yeah.
why are you here?
Okay, I think
In
I want.
common. First I'm gonna ask, do you understand me, worm?
All right, so I want a deception check with advantage for how you've been holding yourself.
Alright, at advantage?
Yeah.
Okay. Whew.
So this is on her,
Yeah.
right? And then give me an intimidation check for the interrogation. Ooh.
I'm essentially copying Alexander's like demeanor. I've been around him long enough, right?
Yeah, you just start channeling the Bogmar energy, and you see like this Githzerai has been like clenching this whole time as you see like multiple like wounds where this drow has obviously been like putting poison in them and like kind of like just basically trying to like get information out. Because I can understand you well enough. As like a lot of the tension, like he just looks into your eyes and just like the tension leaves as he like stops tensing up and instead of tensing up out of fear, like loses like the resistance he was putting up, and then you can see some of the poison start to like go into his veins deeper.
It's like, you are not the Githyanki. Are you working with him?
Never. They're warlike imbeciles, blind to how the worlds work. Just gone too far.
I'm gonna like kind of hold up my hand like I'm covering my mouth in thought, but really I'm like whispering message into my copper ring.
Yeah.
To message Era, and I'd be like, I think we need to save this guy.
I would love a sleight of hand check for that.
Not an issue. Sleight of hand. Oh no!
Oh, jeez. Okay. So,
But I still get the message.
Oh
yes. You get the message.
So the moment I get the message, there's going to be a seeking arrow directly through the door. Well, not through the door. It's through the little hole, directly into the lady.
So here's the thing. It's a natural one, so she gets to go before you. I'm gonna say. So what happens is you're like, oh, and you do like this whisper, and out of the corner of your eye, you see like, and then like that, she runs and locks the door, and pulls out her sword.
Okay.
And then we'll roll initiative, and Era, I'll make a dex save for her. That's a 9. So you get to do your damage, but then we are.
Seeking arrow does
we're doing a
normal
fight.
arrow damage and an extra d6. Okay.
Okay. That one. So I can roll initiative. We're back already. All right. I should probably.
Oh, hi. Okay, there. Does 13 damage.
Nice. Okay. So let me mark that. All right. So, did we already? Oh, you already rolled here. Let me just add in. All right. So, Anja, you definitely get to go before her. So, what do you want to do? So she's
Noticing that she
looking
has
very mad at you.
yeah.
And suddenly an arrow.
Yeah.
And then an arrow like flies through the slot before she's able to close it.
Yeah, I'm going to what pulls out what looks like the sword, but it's really my rapier, right? Because I'm still just disguise self as this person, and I'm going to, say, "Sorry, boss, I'm gonna need this one," as sounding very cool, and I would like to engage her in a fight. So I will go after her with a booming blade.
All right.
So rapier. Ooh, come on, let's do this, guys. 22.
22 hits.
All right, here's the rapier damage and then the booming blade damage.
16. So another 13 damage. Okay. Wow. All right. So yeah, you see you stab in and it boom, booms at her once again, and she seems very hurt, very upset, but not ready to go quietly into the night at all. So next up will be now. Did I get a Luminos? Did you roll?
I didn't roll.
You probably hear the booming blade. Though.
Yeah. So we'll say this round you're not gonna do anything, but because of booming blade, you can go ahead and roll yourself initiative here.
Okay.
Okay, that fits well. All right, so there you go. So that's gonna be now Hunghuzi. So you are on the other side of this door. The door is locked, but the like slot is open.
Okay, let's
And
let's just see if we can't knock this door. Let's just see if we can't kick this door open. Hopefully that lock's not too sturdy.
All right, that'll be athletics.
Okay. Oh.
Yeah, no, very much. You are maybe a little too lightheaded for this, as you kind of like slam into the door. And now I will say it'll probably be easier from this side because it's not meant to necessarily. This isn't exactly what its normal purpose is for, but it's very much not going away. So that's gonna be your action. Anything else you want to do?
Yeah. After like thump, nothing. I just like move back from it, like just clear the way, so I'm not standing in front of the door.
Sounds good.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so her turn. So she's going to. So she takes out her crossbow, or not her short sword, and as she does, you see as it comes out of her scabbard, like drips of poison, right? Like they basically, you can tell that this is like a drow scabbard that has poison like coated on it, so that as she pulls it out, the sword as well is coated in poison. She's gonna make 2 attacks on you, Anja. So the first one's a natural one, but she gets a 26 on the. So she doesn't fumble, but she takes a swing, and it's a little wild. Like so that was just to make sure she didn't fumble.
Oh, okay.
So she got a natural one, and then 26 not to fumble. But so she takes a swing, but it's wild, but she gets her second attack now. And that'll be 16.
16. I'm in a shield.
All right, so yeah, so you see she swings wide, and then she comes in, and the blade is like the shield appears, and the blade is caught in it, and she has to pull it out like if she was pulling it out of a thick substance, and that is going to be her turn for now. Luminos, you come in next round. Aira, what are you doing?
I'm trying to bash down the door.
Okay, athletics check. Ooh, 21. Yeah, I mean this door was meant to is not reinforced to keep this to stop that kind of thing. So yeah, you are able to, as your action, bam, open up the door.
I look over at Anja and say, "Hey, you called?" And point my bow and arrow at unknown drow evil lady number 10.
Love it.
Yes.
After Aira's turn, you do see, with the kind of releasing of tension that happened with the Githzerai, they fall unconscious from the poison. Andra, back to you.
All right. The shield disperses, and I'm going to do I'm gonna do a booming blade rapier again.
Okay.
Come on, baby. Yes.
She's going to use her reaction to parry and make
Okay.
her armor class above 20.
Oh, okay.
So basically, you go to and she parries you away, and is able to get you out of the way. She's not like the Bogmar, but she's still a skilled duelist.
Okay. All right. I do not have any more bonus actions. That is my turn.
Hung Huzi.
Okay, door is open. Let's get in there and let's like space around a little bit so I don't enter her range, but I'm still
Yeah, you're
within
using your
mine.
range, yeah.
And yeah, I'll take a swing at her.
Yeah.
Let's
Please do.
see. No.
Roll again. Let's see if
fumble?
we fumble here. Yeah. I don't think you disarmed. I think what happens is you swing at her, and what she does is she basically because she's only wielding with one hand, she grabs your staff and kind of yanks, and you're like pulled to the ground, so you're gonna be prone here.
Okay. And let's see here. And I don't think I have enough movement to get up.
Yeah, I know. Basically,
but I can like scoot back a little bit.
Yeah. So you scoot back like she's playing for keeps here, and is maybe even a little better fighter than even the Bogmar sister that you fought earlier. She seems quite capable. So she's going to, I think she's first going to make an attack on Andra again because she wants to see if she can get you. So that's a 22 to hit.
Oh yeah, you got me.
All right, so see if the damage works. All right, so that'll be 6 points of slashing damage and 7 points of poison damage.
Okay.
As she slices into you, and you can feel like this burning sensation where she slices at you. And then seeing you're still up, it's gonna try again. That's gonna be a non-natural 20, so just a dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
And that's gonna be 5 points of slashing, 8 points of poison, so 13 damage. So
I'm down.
26 damage total. So yeah, you see her deflect, pull down, and then whoosh, take with 2 slices, takes Anja down.
I am down, and my disguise fades.
Yeah, and she's like, thought so. At this point, Luminos, you are at the stairs. If you want to get up next to her, you may, or if you want to do something
We
else.
got a problem.
Yeah, you see the room, and then through the door you see the drow like knock Anja down with this dripping poison blade.
I just shield.
Get him.
I think I might need to get the charger feat. I'm not sure.
Honestly, yeah. I mean, 8th level. All right, so attack roll.
What is that?
15 will not quite do it here.
But she does get the shield in the face.
Yes, you do anger yet another powerful duelist with your shield bash technique. Are you going to close the distance?
Oh, yeah, sure.
So
Give me a
close,
second.
thank you.
Say again?
He can't say anything because of the giant motor behind him.
No, I was saying I was for you. Are you closing the distance between them? between like when you shield bash? Are you gonna close the distance, or are you gonna do?
I'm getting in the way between her and Olinja though.
Sounds good. All right.
Mhm.
Aira. Your turn.
Yeah, that's an arrow to the face.
Sharpshooter or not? I guess it'll say. Oof.
Ooh.
Yeah. You
That's
take
a nat 20. I'm gonna use my nat 20 on that.
So
Nah, never mind. It's not worth it. Never mind.
okay. Never mind.
I changed my mind.
Never mind. All right.
Never mind. Never mind here. Never mind.
All right.
This is what we spend time streaming.
No worries. So you take your like basically what happens is you were about to get the perfect shot and then she gets shoved and you have to try and recreate quickly.
Hold still.
You forgot to account for the thing that your friend does every time and it kind of flies past not affecting her. Anja, make a death save, please.
Yes. Whew, this is my first. Oh man, I haven't made a death save in so long.
Yeah, I mean,
Every time I do the death
Ooh,
save, I
that's
always imagine the Sonic drowning noise
Mm-hmm.
music.
that's true.
Fair.
Yeah. All right. Well, so that's one failure for Anja. Hanghuzi.
Okay, let's see here. Hopefully this one isn't too loud now. And yeah, I'm going to scramble upward and see if I can't just mount a defense here.
Okay.
Fighting becomes a little bit more compact because actually in danger now. And also this room is not big. Cannot show off properly here. Not good. Don't like it.
Whoa.
Hello.
Okay. Yeah. Roll me some damage here.
Okay. And 44 plus 3.
17 damage.
Very near maximum. I'll take it.
What does that look like?
So basically like it seems like it's about to go like exactly the same way.
Yeah.
Like she's about to just pull Honghuzi off balance once more, and then like with just a with just a quick flick of the wrist, all of a sudden like he just slices up and over and pierces right under her armpit, very like a very painful blow, and then pulls back a little bit and dances back just a little bit more. Like, okay. Come on,
you
then.
are
yeah,
effective.
I like to imagine like you
Yeah.
let her grab it and then you push through into her side as well, like a little bit. And as you pull out, you see this large spray of drow blood. Oof, she is looking bad. She's going to flank around you, Luminos, and come at Hanghuzi for sure. With that, that's gonna be a short sword attack. That's gonna be 25 to hit you, Hanghuzi.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah, I thought it might. So that'll be oof. Okay, so that's only 5 points of slashing damage. That's gonna be 12 points of poison damage.
And that drops. That drops me.
Yeah. That was almost max damage for
That's
that.
an oof.
Yeah, it's a big oof. And then it's gonna do a second swing at our good friend Luminos. That's only a 14, which I believe misses our paladin.
Yeah, that's a miss.
Yeah. So basically, you see, what she does is she rolls underneath your blade, and then around you, and just comes up and stabs into Hanghuzi, and he falls down unconscious. And then she comes back in a stance, looking at you, bleeding but smiling. Luminos. She seems thoroughly entertained. Luminos,
Yeah. Whose turn is it now?
Yours.
Okay. I'm just like, okay. I just crouch down, just stick my sword in the dirt. I just poke Olinja.
Yeah.
Rise. And fight once more. Cure wounds!
All right. 1d8 plus your charisma, please.
Let's see.
Oh
Fair
god.
All right,
Barnacle.
Andre, you wake up with 5 hit points on the ground.
Hmm.
Welcome back to the land of the living. We've still got a person to fight.
Okay.
Um,
And
so that's your
I look at
action.
her saying, "You have messed with the wrong paladin." And I just sit and I say, "You're now my quarry."
Ooh, is
So
that
I now put my oath of vow of enmity on her.
Yeah, nice.
Oh wow, that's
It's-
spicy.
As
Very
she is now
spicy.
marked for divine retribution.
Spicy.
It is spicy. Speaking of spicy, Era, what are you doing?
You know, I would use any of my offensive options, but I've already used them all.
Hmm,
So she gets a regular arrow. Well, with sharpshooter, but it's gonna miss.
Yeah, as again, like she just keeps. She actually, now that you're noticing, fights in a similar, like moves in a similar way to Hangzi. Like she keeps rolling and moving, and is very fluid in her motions. And
Stop dodging things.
yeah, it's not something you're used to, right? You're used to people who are more like about staying in their space, like solidly. She is like moving and dodging and weaving and just being a constant force around the battlefield. So that's your action, a movement bonus action. Like, do you want to just
I'm
stay
I'm
outside? the
I'm gonna stay as far away as I can while still having sightline on the lady.
Sounds good. All right, Anja.
Okay. I am prone. I am
Yeah.
breathing. I am bleeding. Cousin Vinny is peeking out of my dress like, "Shh, are you
Yeah,
okay?"
no. Yeah,
What?
remembering cousin Vinny.
Yeah, Cousin Vinny is
Squirrel.
still there.
It's cousin Vinny the squirrel.
Yeah.
I
was
thought that was
looking
some form of euphemism then.
I was looking at it's like, what do I have in here? I was like, oh, okay. I'm going to. Okay. Am I? Um. Am I in her attack range?
No.
Okay.
She like dodged around Luminos to get to Hakuzi, so you are not in melee range right now.
Okay. I would like to roll to
Okay.
the Gith Yankee.
Is that right?
Githzerai, excuse me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna roll.
Yeah.
And I
Stop,
would
drop.
like to do a medicine check to stabilize him.
Please do.
Okay. No.
Yeah.
Like try to do CPR on him. It failed.
I'll say with that medicine check, he does seem to be heading towards stabilizing himself, but
Okay.
I mean, you never know.
Yeah.
So,
Okay. Okay.
but
So at
you,
least know he's not in danger.
yeah, you do learn a little bit. I'll say, but
Okay.
that's about it. Okay,
And I'm gonna use, I guess, the rest of my movement to stand up, and that's my turn.
sounds good.
Mhm.
Hanghuzi, that's gonna be a death saving throw, please.
I'm gonna bleed very loudly.
Try not to die.
Even bleeds dramatically. Ooh,
He's on the ground
It's your
clutching his
con.
chest.
not enough, but that's a
Well, it wouldn't matter. What's your con?
Positive, but death saves you don't make with
Mm-hmm.
death saves are just raw d20.
Oh, okay.
all right. It's her turn now. I mean, here's the thing, Luminos, you healed somebody. That's priority target right there. So it's gonna be a swing at you. That'll be a 26.
Oh no.
Yeah, that hits.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Plus 7 to hit gets you real good sometimes. So
Mhm.
that'll be 7 slashing damage and 4 poison damage.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah. And then she's actually going to. So basically, what you see, she rolls, stabs at you, and then is going to run to Aira. And because of the mobile feat, you can't opportunity attack her. As she basically
Hi.
is moving like in one fluid motion, slices at you, and as you like go to swing back, right? Because that's what you do when somebody leaves, and she like kind of like fakes you out. Like if you had moved, she would have been able to stab at you again. So you maybe out of self-preservation, but also just out of her fighting style, don't get that opportunity attack, and then she's gonna make her second attack on you, Aira. So that's gonna be 16 to hit.
16. Will hit.
Okay. So that'll be 6 points of slashing damage and 11 points of poison damage. So 17 damage total to you, Era, as she like glides out from underneath Luminos and slashes you across the chest, and continues with her kind of fluid fighting style.
Ouch.
Yeah.
So she's still in melee with me, I presume.
Yes. So she's gonna end her turn in melee with you, still kind of moving around Luminos.
Yeah.
What you doing?
Lay your hands.
All right, on yourself.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
How much
I kind of need it.
You have 10 left, so are you giving yourself all 10 or?
Yeah, because I'm on 4 HP.
Yeah, yeah. You're lucky. I rolled lots of 1s and 2s on my poison here, so heal yourself.
That's pretty much all I can do.
Yeah. Are you gonna stay in the second room and not go into melee with her, or are you going to go up next to her?
I'm gonna barricade the door with my shield.
Okay. Sounds good. All right, Era.
Okay, so I'm
Right.
getting out my swords.
All right, swords. Love it.
Be like, oh, it's been a while since I've used these.
Yes.
I guess you do this, and I stab.
That's
The
not
first
gonna
one
do
hits, but the second one does not.
Yes. She does try to parry you, but the with the 21 is enough. So go ahead.
I rolled all 4 damage.
4 whole damage. Ooh, slow down there. Slow down there,
Yeah.
friend. I will
and-
say she seems quite injured from the initial flurry of damage you guys did, but
And then I'm gonna second wind.
yeah, that seems like a good idea. So you get 8 hit points back because you're gonna add your fighter level.
Yep.
That D10. Nice. All right. Anja.
All right, so I'm barricaded in here with Lumi and this Gith guy.
Yes.
What is
and
around
Hong and Hong Huzi and Hong
and
Huzi.
Honghuzi?
who's
Oh,
bleeding out.
okay.
Yeah.
I would. Okay, so first I'm gonna look around to see. Are there any windows in this room? Is there any?
Oh
way
no,
out?
this is a prison
Completely-
cell.
Okay. All right. So,
Yeah.
I would like to. I'm gonna. So I discovered that the Gith was stable.
Well, actually, oh yeah, he does get another roll right now. Let me. He actually does stabilize. Yeah, that's
Okay.
3 successes in a row. So
Alright.
he is stable.
All right. I was like, okay. I'm gonna go to Honghuzi. And I was like,
Yeah.
like, feeling all of this is her fault because it is.
Bleeds in
Angela,
undercommon.
do something.
I'm gonna
Bleeds in undercommon.
Yes. No, like she's a wizard. She doesn't heal, right? But I will try to see if I can like stabilize my
yeah.
boy.
Cauterize the wounds.
Yeah.
You got firebolt. Cauterize the wounds.
I don't have
Stuff
firebolt.
cotton in the wounds.
Alright, where's my character sheet? Medicine check. Alright.
Should
Stabilize
be
my boy
wisdom.
here.
Shove food down his
No.
throat. That heals, right?
Oh,
I tried.
yeah. You just like you're panicking and
Mhm.
just like your hands are maybe shaking a
I'm
little.
like,
right. Yeah.
staying alive. Staying alive.
Don't panic.
And it's like, and I get off the beat instead. I start.
Yeah,
going,
exactly.
Bye. Wait, that's wrong.
Honghuzi, please give me another death saving throw.
Yes.
You do have a nat 20. I just like to point that out.
Yeah.
One left.
Yeah.
Okay, actually, as a matter of particular fact, if I hit a nat 1, I'm dead. So yeah,
Correct.
I'm gonna blow this nat 20 on not dying.
So, despite
Yeah.
Anja's efforts, you see Honghuzi like like a have the stance of faith come back to consciousness with 1 hit point. Now that is at the end of your turn, so that's all you can do on your turn. But you are conscious, no longer dying, and it is now her turn.
Hi there.
She sees Luminos kind of barricaded, and then it's just you and her. So first, she's gonna take a swing. So that's a 14
Miss.
miss. All right, second swing, that's a 17.
That will hit.
Okay, So that'll be 7 slashing, 8 poison, so 15 total.
Jesus Christ.
Um,
Oh, I'm not gaining hit points. I'm losing them.
That is exactly what's happening.
yeah,
Yeah, she's not hitting you with a healing sword.
yeah. No, not quite. Most people would say the opposite. As again, she does a roll around you and kind of stabs you in the side. As she misses with the first one, as she's rolling, she tries to hit you and keeps going. And she's gonna like say to you in common, "Get in the cell if you want to live."
Or not. How about you get in the cell if you want to live? I feel
Lumino.
as though this is a better option.
Okay. Well, I mean, see how that goes for you. Luminos, what are you doing?
Right. Bear with me 1 second. I just read something.
Guys, I could use some help.
1 second.
You're like, I'll be right out, and like he's lost enough blood that he's just not high anymore, and now he just sounds really tired.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Any amount of pleasant high is completely shattered at this point. You have like, your head is ringing to the upteenth degree.
Okay. So I'm going to. I hide my sword behind my shield, and then it suddenly comes out glowing red.
Okay.
Spooky.
And then I run towards her. And
Nice. With
Right.
advantage
yes.
because of your vow of enmity.
Hello.
That's a natural 20.
And
Extra smite. Extra
yes,
smite.
with smite.
Oh no. All right, so it's gonna be 6d8 damage, please. 2d8. Sure.
And searing smite as well.
Oh, okay.
Come on, darling, do the thing.
Right,
Go ahead and
so,
roll damage. As she tries to parry you, go ahead and roll all that damage, please.
Oh, that damage!
That's gonna be.
So it
Max
does-
damage!
Oh.
Ooh.
So
That's
that's
That's max white
Wow.
damage.
Yeah, that's 20 damage just from the sword,
Don't stop.
and then
And
4d8 radiant damage.
okay, so I'm gonna roll this one twice.
Yeah. Okay. And then Searing Smite, I believe, does a d6 fire damage or 2d6.
Yes,
What
it
is it?
does. Let's see.
Okay. So, describe to me how you take down this heavily elite drow duelist fighter.
Right. So essentially, as I come along, I do an arc and I blind it with radiant damage.
Yeah.
As I come across, sweep the legs, take out the arms, and take the head off.
Yeah. It's just like whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. 3 clean strikes, and they as they swing through and burst with radiant energy and just and just this eruption of divine and like normal flame just erupts and just decapitates and dismembers.
And the corpse falls on fire.
Yeah. Just
I sort of pause for a moment, look at Luminos, look at the corpse, look at Luminos again.
And I
And
stand
spit
above
some
her.
blood onto the corpse.
I just
Yeah.
stand
This went
above
well.
the corpse as he just smolders on fire. more like noob.
congratulations, guys. That was
Don't you like stumble over and like try and like nudge the sword away because like that is some primo poison. Like,
yeah.
find the poison.
All right. So you guys have barely ish managed to defeat this heavily elite drow warrior. What are you guys doing now?
Does the warrior have anything magical on her?
You search her. So there's nothing. So she will make it. Well, no, never mind. So she has her scabbard, which is coated with this poison. So basically, if you guys have a short sword that, because like it needs to fit in time inside, kind of. But basically, you guys have now a scabbard full of this heavily toxic drow poison. Basically, it will. I'll say it has 2 more applications within it,
Mm-hmm.
and when you do that for a minute, your weapons do an extra 2d8 poison damage.
Oh, I'll take it.
Yeah.
Because I've used my short swords occasionally.
Yeah. So there's that. I will say it does take like a bonus action if
Mhm.
if it's not already like if it's not in the scabbard, which unless you guys have short swords, it won't be. It takes a bonus action to like apply it. But
Mhm.
yeah. She also has what appears to be her sword is not magical, although it is silvered and fancy. So at the very least, it's worth something a bit more than a normal sword would be. And she has like the not the clothes anymore of an elite drow warrior, but you do see like a symbol on her side that is like a badge basically. That you see it's a symbol of Lolth with some like finery decorations that identify her as like a high-ranking drow individual, right?
We
So
should
now
take that.
Yeah. So, and I'll say she has 60 gold on her as well.
60 gold. How much gold was in that chest, by the way?
500. Well, 50 platinum, so
It was
500.
50 platinum in the safe.
Yeah, I'm just keeping track of it in the.
Yeah, it's all in the bag.
Okay.
Back, back, back,
It's,
back, back,
it
back,
was
back.
it was decoy platinum actually, really. I mean, it's real platinum, but yeah, in the decoy safe there was 50 platinum.
Mm-hmm. All right. So I'm gonna go untie the Githzerai.
Yeah. They are
Uh,
unconscious, but yes.
Yeah.
They're now also untied.
And we're gonna take him back to
Yeah. To the bar.
the tavern.
Sure,
you
wander
guys-
upstairs, collect the other
Yeah.
one too.
And you get more than a few looks as you walk back through.
Oh no,
the
no, no!
other and
I'm
upper
flying the Githzerai.
Oh no,
Okay.
believe me, I'm
because-
absolutely, I'm dragging the lady through the streets.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah,
But I'm flying the
Are
Githzerai.
we gonna take what's her face's prisoner? Well, her name was
We'd
Deanna,
like to
right?
question her at least.
Yeah, her name was
That's
Deanna,
fine.
right?
Driana is
Driana?
what
Driana.
the fighter called her.
Okay.
Well, she wasn't a
I
fighter.
would
She's a fighter.
actually suggest not dragging Driana back to our hideout. I would suggest bringing Driana to the Fangs.
And you just hear on to go like, correct.
Okay.
I don't care. I need to sit down for a bit.
Yeah.
I'm
I
kind
think
of
you need to
woozy.
sort out your family problems.
Yeah, tell me about it. Just because, like, even Anja
Right.
knows, she is intelligent, guys, I swear. Even
Mhm.
Anja knows that bringing her, like, to a hideout is just a really bad idea. Yes, please bring the Githzerai to the hideout. Make sure he's safe. This is, like, an actual fucking ally that we can have. But as far as, like, this girl, we should definitely not bring her back to the hideout.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's legit.
All right. So who's going to drop off Driana and who's going to the hideout?
I'm going to the hideout.
I'm with Triana.
Sounds good. So it's basically what I'm assuming is Lumi and Era go to the bar, Holly's bar, and then the other two go to the
Fangs,
spider's
yeah.
teat.
Yeah, I got stuff to drop off. I'm Father. I feel like Father Christmas.
Wonderful.
I got a sack full of stuff.
All right, we're gonna do the scene at the spider's teeth first. So
Okay, but I
especially-
have to bio. So...
okay, no worries. Never mind. We're gonna.
And
Well, actually, first what we'll do is we'll have a conversation that happens immediately once you guys get in. But as you guys are taking them to the bar, you see a deep gnome that you recognize, Hunghuzi, as one of your allies, kind of like comes up next to you guys and starts talking in like code.
Yeah.
So I'll be saying like what he means, and then Anja will basically be hearing like small talk.
right.
So it's not thieves' cant, but it's like your group's thieves' cant.
It's the deep slang.
Right, exactly. So he's like, "Where'd you get that one?"
finally got around to taking care of that that little bit of extra that we sent these people on, and
Perfect.
apparently she's got more. She's got more siblings.
Who?
The lady. Yeah.
Jeez. Got around a lot, I guess.
Frankly speaking, I think the man's an inspiration.
I mean, I didn't say it was a bad thing. I'm jealous, really. Is he a human then, or do we even know?
Probably. I mean, two half drow and
An
Azamar?
angel. Half angel, yes.
Probably.
Huh. Jeez. I wonder. I suppose he's up with every kind of other. Like, is there also a half orc and like a half devil out there? Probably on it, right? Like, there stands to reason.
I mean, at this point, I feel like the guy must have been going for some kind of collection. So,
Jeez. Well, so do you know how'd it go?
turns out what they were keeping wasn't loot.
Oh.
It was one of the Gith, but I guess not one of them. Look a little different. They were torturing him for information. Don't know if he cracked. Wasn't dead when we carried him out though, so it's got that going for him.
All right. And the actual infiltration, smooth?
Rough.
Do they know?
and then he thinks back and like realizes like that parts of it are like a little bit hazy. It's like I think.
All right.
Yeah, probably.
See you around.
Yeah.
So Andra, this was on the way to the bar. A deep gnome just came up and like was just chatting to Hangzi about like the weather and how things are going. It just seems like go ahead and roll me an intelligence check, I suppose. But it's just like hey, how's your sister? Man, this sun's beating down heavily today.
An intelligence check?
Yeah. Yeah, nothing seems wrong about this.
I've lost a lot of blood today.
Yeah.
You can't tell, but I definitely, like, visually, just because of my clothes, but I definitely smell like iron the closer you get to me.
Yeah.
I don't think anything is wrong, but I'm going to be like, oh, I'm so very sorry. Like, I know that you're trying to have a conversation about the weather, but we actually, we have to see a guy about a horse, okay?
Yeah, no worries.
Okay, bye.
Oh, you knew about and he does kind of like finish this conversation he was having. But yeah, you guys get to the spider's teeth. And as soon as you walk in, you see Kalnim, the leader of the Fangs, is like ready for you, right? Like he knew you guys were coming. Like, welcome, honored guest, and like gives you both like an embrace, like hug, and like. Oh yeah, rough one today, eh?
Yeah.
Well, you know what makes that better? Drink, lots and lots of drink.
Or
like you see like Hong,
or maybe some cure magic.
You see like Hong Huzi like with like visible shame on his face, like boss, I can't do the strong stuff today. They were. I mean, I gotta say, like they were coating their swords in like really great mix. I'm not gonna lie, I was feeling a little good, had a lot of fun. But
so you already did the strong stuff today. I'll let it slide. But let's not make a habit of it. All right?
I'm gonna.
You know me, boss.
Driana, and that's like, she's a hostage from the warehouse.
How'd you know this is what I've been asking for the holidays? You're so thoughtful.
I guess I'm just intuitive.
Oh, you're too kind. Wow.
She might actually be related to me. I'm not sure.
Oh,
but they were also Oh God, that's a blood clot.
This is what actually happens.
Just like toss
everybody's
up
like,
like
And
a
it's
thing of
with
blood.
internal damage.
yes.
Okay, well,
I also think that oh man, I just like reach over and I like wipe it on Triana.
Yeah.
Like, also, they were holding the Githrazi hostage, and we took him back to our hideout to help him out. But yeah, that
Well,
might be important.
it's they certainly thought it was. Well, of course, and he kind of like snaps his fingers, and I will never turn down a gift from, especially someone so honored as you. And of course, he kind of like pulls out a flask. Here, drink this first off, to Anja.
I don't even like ask what it is. Just complete trusting. Just down it.
Yeah. So make a con save.
Oh God.
Mistakes
Okay.
were made.
Okay. So you are. Let me roll. So you're healed for six healing,
Okay.
and you're not immediately inebriated, but it's like you just took like a good number of shots.
I'm gonna
So
lean forward and just lean my forehead against him, like I'm
like
just.
this is like half a bottle of alcohol and a healing potion together is what this
so
is.
Tequila.
Yeah, it's literally that. So you feel healed, but also like immediately tipsy.
Yeah.
You want to hit? Looking at Hamhazi, you know what this is.
It's like, boss, you know me too well.
Go ahead. Also make a con save.
Here.
All right, you're about the same thing as Andre right now. Like you're not like this is for if you're going to have to worry about like not being able to sleep because of the hangover stuff.
Yeah.
You're good, but it heals you for 8, and you are
Woo.
tipsy. You're like back to being lightheaded.
It's like, okay. And like, and then I just start, and then I just mean like jumping, like start, like get back and join it. Like I dig around my pocket, like pull out my flute, and like I just like go back to like joining in the party immediately. It's like I feel like I'm like, because I am definitely full of enough liquid courage that no, this is great. I feel fine now.
Yeah,
This
no,
is party.
exactly. That's the thing. It not only heals you, but it makes you feel a lot better.
Yeah.
Which is why it's almost better and also a lot worse than a healing potion.
Oh yes.
So Calvin's gonna be like, wow. You see, also Drana has been dragged off by some other members of the Fangs. Of course, I would love to have you for the evening. It seems like you have a lot of stories to tell and a lot of battle to work off. All right, but if you need to head back, I understand. I will be in touch.
Did we do a good enough job for you to join our cause? Ooh, it's dizzy. I lost a lot of blood. I might need a steak.
A steak? Ooh,
To replenish iron.
that's a great idea. Everyone, we're getting steak. It's like basically now he's like taking a large section of this gang just like out to go get steak. On a whim.
Well, now that there's gonna be cow cooked, Anja will say.
Yeah. And so yeah, he's like, listen, first off, I don't just buy anybody's steak. Well, that's what I say to most people. But anyway, you did a terrific job. Lovely. All right. I'm blown away. Now, I will want to hear what this Githzerai has to say since it was the thing that they were hiding so carefully, but we'll worry about that later. Right now, we're getting some steak. I mean, come on. Let's go. This sounds like a perfect idea. And you guys basically spend the night having steak, having
People starving in the streets and people are having steak.
I mean,
Let them eat cake.
his people aren't starving. But
This
yeah, I mean,
is why the fangs are kept solo are the best. We get steak.
yeah.
I mean, it's probably just like flank steak. It's like the
I mean,
cheapest cut.
it's not like the best steak ever, but I mean, it is
We're
steak,
not having filet mignon.
right?
Like we might like make it into you know, but it's cow. There's iron.
Right. Yeah, very much so. All right, so you guys revel the night away. The other two, you take the Sarai into the bar. Halia sees you. I take it went well then. I'm assuming the other two
Yeah,
are.
if
We're all
you say,
alive.
yeah. Well, two of them almost died, but
Well, okay.
actually, I lift up the little bot of the body on my shoulders. Okay, maybe nearly three.
All right, but they're not dead, right? Like
Nobody,
No, not dead.
Okay,
nobody on our side is dead. Yes.
wonderful.
But a few of the what are they called again? Sith? What?
Drow.
The Trowel,
That cult, the low cult.
the Seldarine something
Yeah,
about
yeah.
Seldarine.
Yeah,
They've
something like that.
They've lost
Listen.
2 lieutenants.
Ooh,
And quite a few
Lucky
more.
work, then.
And apparently Orange has lost the sister.
You don't say.
Well, I don't think she's dead. We just tied her up. They were
No,
taking him over
Oh,
with the
right.
fang.
Oh, I thought it was a different one. Okay.
Yeah. There's so many siblings, you know, it's hard to keep track of.
Right then.
I know. It's
Yeah.
Anyway, this is
No.
not I've got a present here. Actually, I got a few presents. Ho ho ho. But
Don't know
this
why I
this
keep
this
saying
one
this
smack
phrase.
smack.
That
But this
insinuation.
one, I smack the bum, and I turn around. This isn't a Gith.
Well, it is a Gith. It's a Gith Zerai.
Well, it's a different form of. It's not the Gith you think of.
No,
He's
it's
a
pretty fun.
friendlier sort of Gith.
Well, friendly. You know what? I will say they haven't invaded the material plane, and so yeah, I'd say they're a lot friendlier. But
Yeah, apparently this one's being tortured by the drow.
Yeah, I thought he might be more amenable to assistance given we rescued him.
hopefully so. We haven't seen a Githzerai outside of the astral plane or limbo since I don't even know how long. Look, he kind of gone silent a while ago.
All right, let's go to the back room, and I've got we'll show you what we got.
Right. Yeah, so she takes you back. And there's like a small guest room. It's not a prison, but you could lock the door, but it's just a small guest room that you can leave the Githzerai in. What'd you bring old Halia here?
Hold out your. Oh, actually, no. We best not hold out your hand. I got a bit too much for that. Okay. I just start saying. I just bring out cheese wheel.
Okay.
I just start
So you got
emptying
me-
everything out of the bag.
Alright.
Oh,
Wait,
this
wait,
cheese
wait.
is mine.
We're
I
gonna be
got
here.
one of them.
We're gonna be here for a little while.
One of the blocks.
Oh boy.
A great variety of assorted cheeses later.
Yeah.
And various salted meats and all that.
So
Some
you
salami.
planning on throwing me a luncheon? Is that why you brought all this for me?
I thought this was for all the hungry people out there.
I mean, I was kidding. Yeah, I do think it'd be a lot better to feed some people. But
Yeah. That's
We
what
could
we kind of
also have
tasked.
a luncheon,
You were saying that that's kind of one of the things you weren't saying. You need the people. You needed food. You need the resources for food, and you're right.
of course, yeah.
Suspicious and paladin.
Carry on.
Now I do have one concern. I don't want to speak ill of you and your abilities, all of you, but did anyone happen to see you and be able to get away to kind of, speak of these exploits to the higher ups of the Seldarines, whatever?
Nah, nobody at all.
3.
Really?
Wow. Well, I must say, you've done.
Don't look at me. I was
Better.
Onger. It was all Onger.
Well, it was all Lanja.
Now I feel like that might be true, but also I feel like you're being a little mean to the lass. She tries, all right. Okay.
I was going to spare one of them. He was having a real bad day, but the other two, I was about to say, should be. At the end of the day, she was like, nah.
All right. Well, it sounds like we might be at major odds with the Seldarine something now, which is
That's fine. They're low followers. We can just kill the rest of them.
that's why
Yeah,
they
they're real
died.
culty. I wouldn't.
Yeah, torturing, killing.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm
Yeah,
not saying I wanted
hoarding
them as my
food.
friend, but just sounds like we now definitely have him as an enemy.
Oh, also, we
Yeah.
also came across this nice little painting.
Oh,
It's magic.
I'm not. Is it now? What does it do?
Haven't found that out yet, but the painting is definitely magic.
No,
Wow.
I just think he likes the matron on it.
Wow. I'll leave the determining of that up to the more magically inclined.
Right, and we also got a nice little wooden staff, probably useless. Nicely made though.
Sure it looks. I mean, could probably sell it. Also, then people would know we had a staff that probably links to the person in the painting.
You can also make a nice joke saying, "I have some good staff around here."
I mean, I do, but also like I do get it.
Did you put the statue in the bag?
Yeah.
Yes. I think he was just like vaguely insistent, like don't touch it with your bare hands, and like
And
other than that,
I just bring out this large round handkerchief wrap thing. It says, "Okay, don't touch that," but apparently that's magic.
I don't really believe him. It didn't seem all that magical to me.
Well, we all know that I'm not exactly the person you want to be talking to when we're determining if something is or is not magic. Now, you want someone who knows how to run a bar or can talk to someone? Sure, but I know my strengths.
Did we get anything else? We got the food. We got the.
We got a bunch of money.
Money's always good. One of my strengths.
Okay.
But
I bring out the 50 platinum.
wonderful. Well, you guys you folk can take whatever you think is fair. Any amount of extra, I'll be sure and happy to put towards helping people.
I always forget the conversion rate. Is it 10 or 100 per goal?
10 to 1.
10 to 1. 10 to 1.
It's 10 to 1.
It might be different in your human empire, but here it's 10 to 1.
Sure.
No, we were saying because they in the human empire they like to use things called currencies. They like to use this paper money.
Oh, still sounds better than Electrum though.
I know,
oh,
right?
Yeah, electrons, but it's saying it always has that static to it.
It's not great, no.
No, it doesn't.
And that's the thing. And like that's a dwarven currency. I as a dwarf don't like it at all. It rubs me the wrong way. Not gonna lie.
Mm-hmm.
Gives you a nice feeling when you stick it in your tongue, though.
That it does, yeah. But
so has the Githzerai woken up yet?
Not quite. If we want, we can kind of end the scene with Halia and fast forward to when they get.
But anyway, we'll take 10 of those platinum. You keep the rest.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
very generous. Thank you. I'll be sure to spread it around the best way I can.
But we'll throw that in the kitty.
All right. So she goes up to start looking at her books and seeing where she can best allocate those funds. Later in the night, you are kind of waiting for the Githzerai to wake up, and eventually he.
Good morning.
Is it?
No idea. I've been down here a while. You sort of took a while to wake up.
Sorry? I don't know. Where am I?
You're under a bar.
Okay. Now that doesn't really assuaged my initial fears of not being in a different situation as to what I was in. And
Well, you see, you're not tied up, and the door is unlocked.
I appreciate that for sure. Um, who are you?
Oh, much apologies. I'm Aira. Um, I rescued you from the drow. Uh, I have a few questions about that.
Uh, sure.
If you wouldn't mind. Do you know what they were looking for, or what specifically they were trying to ascertain from you?
Um, well, at first they thought I was sorry, I guess the Yankee. So it took me a while to convince them I was not one of those, and mostly through not knowing their battle plans and such. But after that, they were trying to figure out what I'm assuming you're gonna try and is what you're gonna ask me about, which is why I'm here and all that. Although I will say I was maybe you'd say reticent. You see, kind of like you see, there's still like some poison, score syndrome. Reticent.
I mean, we've also bandaged up all his wounds while he's sleeping. So
No, yeah, like he's gonna be okay. It's just like he's at 1 hit point and he's been trapped under there for you don't know how long.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so that's what they mainly were trying to figure out.
Okay, so why are you around these parts?
Okay. Well, sorry. Is I don't remember what you call this tongue. It's not my first choice. I am. I guess you would call me a kind of a guard. Do you have a word? If someone uh if there's like something wrong, right? That's happening that goes and fixes it, right? Like, hmm, does that track? Does that
I
make
mean, that could be a lot of things. That could be like a mechanic, but that's more
no, but like, you know, uh, if let's say a group of Githyanki are being a little too liberal with their search techniques before this whole thing happened, right? Fixing that, or uh, if a pod of illithid is found and they happen to be threatening a very large drow city, taking care, like those kind of fixing. What is there a good word for that?
um guard works, adventurer works.
Feels more. That's feels unorganized, but okay. I mean, I was like, it's a group. I was a group of guards, I guess. Um,
Well, that would
and
be an army. That would be an army, right?
there were 3 of us, so I don't think that's
Oh well, a squadron
is that
then?
an army?
No, I don't think it is.
Okay.
I
don't-
mean, common isn't my first either, so
okay.
I'm
Just
not
try.
necessarily an expert.
Okay. So the Githyanki are. He says like a word in Gith. Hungry. Um, always hungry. But like nothing will feed them that they've done. Is that kind of
So are you saying they're like hungry for power?
he's like saying this stuff in Gith, like trying to like say it how he knows it. For yes, but also revenge.
Hmm.
They want to rid all of this of the illithid. They want it gone. Um, as do we, although we have very different ideas of how that should be done. Um,
I think we can all agree that every being wants the elephant's gone.
Yeah, but not like us.
Hmm.
We are hungry, but in a different way. Um, I had noticed that the Gith Yankee had been their hunger. They were bolder and more reckless. Is that a good word? Reckless, leaving lots of carnage.
Hmm.
And
Aggressive, even.
yes,
Mm.
so I was trying to look into that, guard it, I guess. Um, and while I was guarding that information, I, well, they attacked us, which
Hmm.
has not happened before. We've always kind of, how you say, and he kind of like makes like a scale motion, right? Like
Balanced each other out.
right, like they rise, we make them fall. We rise, they make us fall. And we don't, I mean, never want them gone. They are our ken, but they, how, is there a word for when you attack something and don't leave anything behind?
Decimate.
Purge, as well.
Purge also works.
They attacked us that way, in a way that never has been before.
So if they wiped out most, if not all, of the Githzerai.
Well, do you know where we live?
Something about the astral plane or limbo or something.
Astral plane is not limbo. It's chaos. We
Hmm.
make houses out of the chaos.
Okay.
Yes. And they did not kill us all. They killed the ones who could make the houses out of chaos. That makes sense. Which
So
is
they
not
killed.
technically killing everyone.
But they killed all of the more powerful Githzerai.
They removed the ones who could build, ones who could
Yes.
help you expand.
Yes. Yes. So I escape. Escape?
Escaped, yeah.
Okay.
Gapade.
I escapade. And before I escapade, they were taking us alive.
Hmm.
The Not the ones who can build, the ones who can't build. And I don't know why.
Do you know where?
I'm guessing home. To their home, not our home.
I assume their home is in a similar dimension.
No, they live in the astral sea.
Hmm. So it is something about the astral plane. Just the wrong people.
Yes. 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 And I, through my guarding, I do not, I think, words. Um, she says, like, he says, like a word in Gith. I do not know how to say. One, a greedy being one who can combat death. I believe one of these is their leader. And I think they are hungry in a worse way. And I think they have finally decided to feed.
Interesting. Is
Yeah,
there anything else you can tell us?
I think we need Ellen, to be honest.
I think he'd have a very interesting conversation with you. Yes.
Also, you'll probably have more of a fluid conversation.
Yes.
Yes. I think we'll say Ellen stops by, and you see the first thing that he would do is he says that word again, right? Like the one he was trying to describe, like this hungry being, and Ellen's face just goes like white. He's trying to say lich.
Ah.
And I think that's where we will leave off for today.
Wait. Undead?
Wow.
That's all, folks.
Well now. Oh man. Okay. I love it. Thank you so much, guys. As we wrap up here, wow, thank you. Okay, great. Super excited. My mind's blown. Alright, so yeah, real quick, guys, thank you all for joining us today. Thank you for everyone in chat who joined us today. We'll do a quick round table and let everyone, you guys tell us where you're going to be in the internet on the next week. If you got anything coming up, anything to promote, that kind of goodness. We will start backwards to forward. So, Mr. Omega.
Oh yeah. I'm still Omega. I'm on Twitter. I'm trying to stream. I'm failing. It's all good. Go find me. It's Omega Seckle on Twitter, and it's Omega_362 on Twitch.
Awesome. All right, thank you. And you have a game coming up in a couple weeks, right?
I do have a game coming up in a couple weeks. There's a slight problem with that, though.
Okay, we'll talk later then.
Yeah, we need to talk.
Okay, cool. Dope. All right, so with that, thank you so much, Omega. We will go over to Obadiah.
Aha. Hello. On Twitter, I am at Jossa Dyson. I may or may not say things on there. But however, I am on Twitch at twitch.tv/Shinobi, and you will find me later today playing Devil May Cry the 5th as I work on getting a truly smoking sick stylish Dante.
Love it.
Dope. All right, and of course, Ash.
Hi, I'm Luminos D, also go by the name Ash. You can find me on Twitter at Luminos D, as well as Twitch, where I'm currently playing Breath of the Wild, Zelda, and I'm thoroughly enjoying it to the point of slightly obsession.
That's a reasonable thing with Zelda Breath of the Wild, though.
That is true.
It's such a big game with so much to do, and I'm just loving it.
Oh yeah, when I beat it, I was like depressed for 4 days because I'm like, there's nothing to do anymore.
I understand that feeling.
And then you find out there's another one in development.
I know, right?
Right.
Okay.
All right, beautiful. All right, and last but not least, we have our Dungeon Master, Robbie Rollins.
That's me. I'm Robert, the GM at Rob B. Rollin. Get it? Because Robbie and Rolling. Anyway, so I do this every week and I love it. I've also bi-weekly. I'm part of the Not Quite Heroes podcast. We just our podcast. You can listen to us wherever you listen to podcasts. That's it, I guess.
Don't die.
He's dying. He's dying.
Alright guys, thank you so much for joining us. My name is Val. This is my channel. We're off from games until Monday. But you might catch me playing some stuff here, maybe doing some art on my days off. I'm going to I'm gonna be taking it easy this week so I don't burn out. But you might see me do some art for video games this week. Yeah. And we're gonna go ahead and we will raid Susanna Grace. Fantastic streamer, part of the Encounter Roleplay family, if I'm not mistaken. We're gonna give her some little raptor attacks if you are if you got them, kind of thing, or raptor those guys.
Rawr.
Once that raid is ready, we'll go ahead and say hi and everybody wave. Bye.
Bye.